Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to how many years for Ronda Rousey's match for the MMA?
I think this is her first one in 3 years.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the return of the Ronda Rousey production. I'm John, that's Mike, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Michael Paul. And we're back, bitches. Look who came out of hiding and decided to join me again. Although this time we're going a little different route. This is not a WWE event. This is a UFC event. There is an undercard. I don't know or care what the other ones are, but we'll sit through it anyway to get to Ronda. This also it's going to be curious. It's going to be interesting to see how she looks, being that this is her first fight since having a baby girl about some 2-3 years ago, 3 I believe. What is her husband's name? Travis.
Can I ask?
Echo. Who is Ronda Rousey married to?
Ronda Rousey is married to Travis Brown. They've been married since 2017.
That's what I thought. She and Travis Brown, fellow UFC fighter, had a baby over 3 years ago. When Ronda gave an interview to WWE.com in which she said, quote, "I'm taking time off so that Travis and I can have her words, I'm not making this up, an impregnation vacation." Well, that seems to have worked. And now they've had a baby and she's back in fighting shape, or at least it'll be interesting to see if she is. Gina Corona, I don't know if her family makes beer or not, but that's her opponent. I am not sure how long this show is, but if it goes over 3 hours, we're just going to scrap it and watch the rest tomorrow. That being said, before we go any further, my good nights to my girls. Do you want to count off, or should I just go?
I usually count, but go for it.
All right, well, you can count if you want.
Okay.
Anyway, to my girls, Christy, Crystal, Megan and Amanda, Mackenzie, Noah, and Caitlin, I love you all. Thank you so much for being such a wonderful part of my life. Noah, thank you for coming to watch Backlash with us last Saturday. I will do whatever I can to see Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter with you, or both if possible. I'll get to that in a minute. Megan, thank you for calling me. I hope you feel better now. I hope you can rest easy tonight. Amanda, I know there might be things you don't want to talk about, but believe me, I know, and all I can say is, honey, my heart is breaking for you. But, well, you'll see in your own time. I'm not going to go on a rant about him right now, because that's not the purpose of this. The purpose of this is UFC. Anyway, Christy, Crystal, Megan, Amanda, Mackenzie, Noah, and Caitlin, thank you all so much. You've been a blessing to me in each and every way, each and every day of the last 7 years. You make the sunshine brighter in my world every day, and I love each and every single one of you. Good night, my angels. Mwah. We'll see each other tomorrow. And that being said, because I don't really have a lot of news, well, other than the next time we come to you, I think will be Sunday afternoon, May 31st, for Clash in Italy. First time in a while we've done one on a Sunday, but at any rate, we will be with you. That being said, let's watch some UFC live from the Staples Center in LA.
Happy birthday, Grandma.
Nothing to lose. That man is Felipe Lins. Obviously.
And besides, my grandma's birthday is coming up pretty soon, anyways. She's gonna be 77 years old.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Welcome inside the Intuit Dome in Inglewood, California, live in over 190 countries as Netflix and Most Valuable Promotions bring you our first ever MMA broadcast, and we came correct. 3 main events featuring icons of the sport, including the most.
Echo. How long is tonight's UFC event on Netflix?
The UFC event on Netflix starts at 6 p.m. PT, 9 p.m. ET tonight.
Echo. When is the UFC on Netflix over?
The UFC event on Netflix typically lasts about 3 to 4 hours, so it should end around midnight ET.
I think I could make it possibly till midnight, but no later than that.
I think we should
Perfect timing
get
then. The main card starts at 9 p.m. ET and should wrap up right around midnight, so you'll catch all the big fights, including Rousey versus Carano.
Echo, turn off. I could possibly, but I'm not sure.
Anticipated MMA fight in
Let's
Texas
not worry about it right
that
now.
has lingered in what if lore for years. That is, of course, until tonight.
The first mixed martial arts event to air live on Netflix.
They say time waits for no one, but for a few, time simply holds its breath.
2 pioneers, 2 trailblazers. Those words get thrown around a lot.
So they cause when I was in my room playing Batman.
For years, the world has lived in the what if, fantasizing that 2 of the most significant MMA fighters in history
As much as I hate to say
finally
it,
do battle.
the man needs to be careful.
Am I going to worry about where I'm
Yeah,
reading
but-
the history? I'm sorry. I
Lots of
just don't
people don't think
think
that's
that some of the things that nobody's ever seen.
There's a lot
This is
of
the best bet ever been by far.
things you don't
They're
think
not
of.
just athletes,
Aren't you going to
they're
check
icons
if it's on message you got on your phone?
who laid the
Oh, she
foundation
did.
and another who built on it. Tonight, what if becomes right now,
The story doesn't even begin to scratch the surface.
as Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano finally clash inside the cage to face each other in a once-in-a-lifetime spectacle.
Last thing you want is for me to be pissed off and have something to prove. Camille's getting pinned until they get rocks. I want to prove to her that she created something that's grown bigger than herself.
I'm definitely coming to win. Make no mistake about that.
Also worth the wait. 2 more main events. The realest fighter to ever step in the cage, Nate Diaz, takes on the king of violence, Mike Perry. And the lineal heavyweight champion of the world, Francis Ngannou, meets the Brazilian monstro, Felipe Lins.
Okay. He's
There
not
has
coming
never
because
been a fight night.
he's having a lot of pain right now.
Every time I think about this fight, I think about walking away with the W. I've got an MMA that I'm
You can just tell me you're watching on Netflix. It's on right now.
It's a historic night here in Inglewood, and the fans are into it. Typically, this is the home of the NBA's LA Clippers, but tonight the Ballers make way for the Baddies in one of the most eagerly awaited sporting events in years. With the return of MMA legends, we've got an embarrassment of riches inside the cage tonight. Headlined, of course, by 2 of the most recognizable mixed martial arts athletes of all time, that being Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano. But before that that, friends. We've got a quartet of instant classic clashes in the cage. There'll be a welterweight war between submission specialist Nate Diaz and relentless striker Mike Perry. Two of the world's top knockout artists will meet as Francis Ngannou takes on Philippe Lens, a pair of massive talents reaching their biggest stage yet when Francis Saladin Parnas faces American Kenneth Cross, and former heavyweight champ Junior Dos Santos goes up against Olympic medalist Robelis the Spaniard. As we officially say hello from here at the desk at the Intuit Dome, we're holding things down for you all night. I am your host, Elle Duncan, and I'm joined by two men who never pull punches. Former UFC welterweight champ, one of the most dominant fighters of his era. It's the great Tyron Woodley. Hello, my friend. And one of the most influential voices in combat sports journalism, the one and only Ariel Helwani. A welcome to them and to our foreign language friends. You can experience every moment live with world-class commentary in French, German, Portuguese, and Spanish. You know what they do in every language, though? They whisper, and there have been whispers about this fight between Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano for years. What was your reaction, Ty, when you found out that they were finally going to be in the cage?
The first thing I'm thinking is, you telling me a Ronda Rousey, which you see at her era, and a Gina Carano for fighting, my hands are rubbing together. This has been in the morning conversations for a long time. What if we see Sugar Ray Leonard fight against Floyd? What if we see Ali against Tyson? We will see Ronda Rousey take on Gina Carano tonight.
Hey guys, I gotta be honest with you right here now, and everyone at home. I am so excited about being here. It's hard to put it all into words. Allow me to try and explain. Long-time MMA fans were introduced to this amazing
They
sport.
said who that was, but I forgot his name. Ariel somebody.
And then premium cable, and then broadcast TV. But this truly feels like the dawn of a new era, the Netflix era. Let's be honest, Netflix up until now has aired 5 boxing events, but over in the corner was the sport we love so much, MMA saying, what about us? Tonight, this amazing sport and its amazing athletes get a chance to show the world just how special it can be. I'm so honored to be here with you guys to witness it all.
Same, apart from the history of it all and the Netflix part of it all, what about this particular
I'm
fight
really
is
sorry,
different
man. I
to
can't
Well, as you guys know, the fight game is
make
often
it
rooted
a
in
come
inflection
Wednesday.
and animosity, and there's nothing wrong with that, but this one feels like it's been rooted
But
in
you know that we got reached that Wednesday anyways.
Do
we?
It's been an amazing thing to watch.
You were supposed to have it last Wednesday night, but due to the barbecue,
Unceremoniously, they shun the sport, and the sport seems to shun them. It's a sea
So
of way in
what
which
are we gonna
they've
do
embraced
for
it
these
again,
then?
the way the community has embraced them
I
again.
don't know
It's
yet.
been unbelievable. It's truly been a
I wonder if we're going to get going to that park again.
They are not here to be
That's what we were
toxic.
going to do
They
initially.
want to win.
Well, let's find out when we
You never
get
get a
to
chance
Wednesday,
to
okay?
right a very public wrong tonight. Ronda Rousey and or Gina
So
Carano
tell me in your own
gets
words
that
about
They
this
show a lot of respect for each other, a lot of admiration for
match
each
that
other.
for Ronda Rousey
Does that mean it's
had
going to
over
impact
3
in any
years.
way?
I think that her
tear each other apart?
comeback story would be a grand day. Well, okay, you see what we're doing here? That's what I was trying to get you to do. But you're starting off on a good note. But yeah, we'll have to see. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of shape Ronda's in. This being her first fight since having her baby girl. Well, congratulations to Travis Brown and Ronda Rousey. Absolutely. But I think that she's going to annihilate her opponent, Gina. I'm sure she will. At the same time, being that it's her first fight for so long, she's got to have some nerves. There's got to be some nerves going in. No matter how long you've been doing something, when you walk away for a while and then come back to it initially, there's always some kind, some nerves, some butterflies about will I still be accepted? Will they still remember me? But I guess we'll see later tonight. And not to distract or sidetrack from this,
When the
But
fight show for
on
Netflix, don't just watch it.
separate note,
Be part of it.
why the fuck are we sitting through
And right now,
commercials?
we try to
It's
teach
fucking
everyone that
Netflix,
$5
dude.
to get
Come
$5
on, let's just get to the goddamn match. Exactly. See, I thought the whole point of Netflix streaming
Total
things
power.
was to be commercial free.
But no, they wanted it to have commercials.
And it begins with the network as part of
I mean,
the
after all, Michael, Ronda Rousey is a
You
former
have the power with unlimited
WWE Women's Champion, former tag team champions with
Plus, get a
Shayna
Samsung Galaxy
Baszler.
on us.
was she?
When you
Oh,
have total
fuck, I
power,
almost
there's
forgot
no
about
saying you down.
Yeah.
Switch to Total Wireless. That's
I mean,
Total Power Move.
What if she comes
Guys, the investors pulled our funding.
down to the ring with Shayna Baszler?
What do we do?
Oh,
I guess
that,
I'll just
oh my God. Someone's cherry would they'd be so excited.
custom branded
Yeah, because after all, they started in UFC together. They went through
Custom
UFC,
Beat can't fix all the
WWE both together,
Thirsty.
and now I guess as
But we can't outfit your team.
I guess look for the moment
Swag options.
or a way to circle back. Now they're back together in UFC, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Shayna. Yeah, but let's see if she's gonna come tonight.
Yikes.
But what man didn't realize is that wetter cleans better. Behold, wet extra large dew wipes.
Do we really want to know this? God damn it.
While dry TP
Sorry.
sears, leaving debris behind. On Uranus. Ditch the itch, the switch to wet extra large dew
Dude,
wipes.
why-
Less clean.
Yeah, dude, wipe my ass.
Do we really care that you can't wipe yourself properly?
Yeah.
How's that our problem? Oh, I mean, seriously, what the fuck?
Hey, I'm not gonna.
I know, but I didn't tune in to hear that.
Murder Queen.
Oh my god!
He wants to sit at
Like,
the
seriously, dude? This has nothing to do with UFC. Why are we seeing this? Fuck you. Go. Go back. Thank you. I'm sorry, but that's irritating.
I gotta be honest, DJ Evie just like bone crushing.
I found Woodley looks like JD's mom. Mom lost a brother.
Luckily, it will not be me. It will be Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano. But they're not the only matchup tonight, featuring
I don't know who that is.
that are returning back to this stage. Let's talk a little Nate Diaz and Mike Perry. Two, you could say, I suppose, cult anti-heroes, fan favorites. But for those that don't know at home, what's the Nate Diaz like? What's the experience of him?
For you guys that don't know, some of you new fans, there are millions of you. Welcome to the show, first off. Second off, Nate Diaz, he's known for being unapologetic. He's very authentic. He's very real. He don't say much, but if he says something, it becomes memeable. But he low-key is a 360 experience. The NBA Nick Diaz Academy Gym, you know, I'm a short brother. He said, come through. You want to train? You want to strap? Sign the NBA, come through. Spirits, promotion companies. He understands this platform is going to project him. And when he's here, he's lean. It's the best we've seen him in a long time, body-wise. And I know he's ready to strap.
Apart from Diaz and Perry, we'll also see the heavyweights in action before them. Francis Ngannou will be taking on Philippe Lenz. What's their mindset, Ariel, before they take the cage tonight?
Francis Ngannou.
Because in my opinion,
Once friends told me about him. Who? Francis Ngannou.
MMA heavyweight champion. He left the
He's a
UFC.
UFC fighter. Francis Ngannou.
And so everyone expects him.
You've probably seen him tonight. Francis nuts are gone.
Never been on a stage like this before. He's never fought someone like Francis. Lenz's life and career
Ask your machine.
tonight with a massive upset. Francis
I'm going to ask about Francis' nuts.
Francis Ngannou. Francis' nuts are new. May I ask your machine?
Francis' nuts are held together with glue.
Michael, may I ask your machine? Go ahead.
The heavy favorite to win this one is
Echo.
because he still holds the Guinness World
Who
Record.
is Francis Ngannou in
The other
UFC?
side of that punch, two-time heavyweight champ Cain Velasquez, who's standing by with our Sydney Skulls.
Is a 39-year-old Cameroonian heavyweight fighter nicknamed the Predator. He's known for his incredible punching power and was the former UFC heavyweight champion before leaving the promotion in 2022. Want to know more about his fight history and accomplishments?
No, Echo, shut the fuck up.
How does this feel for you
You
in
talk
the
too much.
evolution of the sport?
It's crazy. I never thought in my whole time of being in the MMA scene that a certain
Dana
level
White
like this
hates
can have this type of
Matt
energy, can have this type of
Is that Dana White?
whether it's
Oh fuck! I
awareness,
thought that was
whether
Tito Ortiz.
it's
Seriously,
it's
I
it's
like.
just the
Okay,
magnitude
well,
that comes with it, along with it.
although I think he's retired.
It's something that I never really thought would happen. You know, it makes everything just very magical. It does.
And it's an absolutely stacked card with other legends out there that we get to see. The fans are going to be so excited about it. I have to talk to you about a familiar face, not just Francis. Who else is on the card is Junior Dos Santos, someone that you're familiar with. He's taking on someone that you never know, to Spain. It could go down in there. How do you feel about that matchup?
So I have a lot of feelings for Junior Dos Santos. I know what kind of man he is. I respect him in all the ways of what he's done in this sport, that he's still doing it. He's still doing it at the highest level, and he still loves to be in that grind, be in that fight. I wish the best for him forever. Everything that he does. He's got a tough fight tonight. He does. But he's here. He's going to swing him. It's going to be exciting. I don't see it going very long, but we never know. But both guys had the opportunity to do something big tonight and just showcase their skills. But again, a lot of respect for what he's doing.
King, thank you so much. Have fun tonight. Let's go over to the guys who are calling the matches.
Thank you very much, assembly alongside former three-time UFC title challenger Kenny Florian. I'm Mauro Ranallo, and Kenny heavyweights are a huge part
He's the guy that got bullied by JDL. Former WWE announcer Mauro Ranallo.
Including the reigning lineal champion, the hardest puncher in MMA history, Francis Ngannou, clashing with the upset-minded Felipe Lins.
Yeah, it doesn't get more elite than Francis.
If they have like
It doesn't get
former
any
UFC
scarier.
fighters,
This is one of the most
What
destructive
if
and terrifying finishers in
in the
mixed
crowd
martial
tonight,
arts heavyweight history.
they could
I can't
have,
wait to see it the first time. I'm
Tito
calling the fight.
Ortiz
And again, beware
and
of the man
Rampage
with nothing to
Jackson.
lose. That man is
Oh,
Felipe
that would be
Lins.
fucking.
Obviously,
Oh my God.
Ngannou is a
You
massive
think I
favorite,
screamed
but this
during
fight and
fucking
win that can change his career
SmackDown?
forever.
You're
He's a former UFC heavyweight champion.
you may have
Francis
trouble
Ngannou,
hearing
and
now,
things
but
up with another
I'm
former
sorry
UFC
you suffered
heavyweight champion at
complete
the peak of his powers, had a
complete
UFC
hearing
record 9-fight win streak in
after-
the division. Junior Dos
after I was
Santos
done.
duels with Cuba's Robelis Despain. And you look at the numbers, and it's Despain, the Cuban, who is 3 inches taller, has a 7-inch reach advantage. His reach is longer than a CVS receipt, and Dos Santos is going to have to try to navigate the physical dimensions of Despain. And if Dos Santos lands the target, he can finish a fight with just one punch.
Yeah, no question about it. You have the Taekwondo bronze medalist, Robelis Despain. And again, doesn't have a whole lot of fights, but you look at all of his wins are by finish. And you look at 16 finishes for Junior Dos Santos, the former UFC heavyweight champion. I don't see this one going to decision. Someone is going to get finished in this matchup.
All right, here is our rules expert and unofficial scorer, Sean Wheeler.
This bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. There is no kicking or kneeing the head of a grounded opponent. Strikes to the spine, back of the head, and groin are all illegal, and a fighter cannot legally grab the fence with their fingers or toes.
Junior Dos Santos Robelis Despain, making history, the first MMA fight ever to air live on Netflix. Give us a 4-1-1 on the Cuban.
Well, this guy can end the fight in a blink, and yes, he's going to try to utilize that reach. But you see, he comes from that Taekwondo background, going to be very fast on his feet. Got the bronze medal in the 2012 Olympics in London. All 5 MMA wins via first round knockout. Don't blink. Moving the headset.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you all tuning around the world.
Cody, big moment,
And we
mama.
welcome all of you here tonight in Los Angeles. Tonight, the debut of MVP MMA as mixed martial arts comes to Netflix for the very first time with a triple headline main event, of course, culminating with Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano. But before we get to our triple main event, we first open in the heavyweight division, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing first to the hexagon, fighting out of the right corner. Here is Ron
Fuck no. And you're no fucking Michael Buffer either.
The 37-year-old bad boy, Rogelis Despain, a former Olympic taekwondo bronze medalist. He looks like a heavyweight created in the laboratory. Massive size, freak athleticism, and of course at Olympic level striking precision. After losing passion for taekwondo in his native Cuba, he turned toward mixed martial arts in Guinea. He discovered his explosive style translated beautifully to violence. The danger, Despain can change a fight in the blink of an eye, sometimes literally.
Yeah, no question about it. And, in Taekwondo, footwork is a huge component to success. And he's utilizing that very same footwork here in mixed martial arts. But more than anything else, he also understood that he needs to work on his grappling. He's been working that very heavily as well.
We mentioned his ridiculous 87-inch wingspan, which was the longest ever in UFC history. How does he maximize that reach advantage tonight?
Well, he's got to keep Junior Dos Santos on the outside. Long-range strikes for Rogelis is going to be the key. What are those strikes? The jab, those kicks to the body down the middle. And he's got to lead Junior Dos Santos into some traps.
It's a cliche when I say don't blink, but when it comes to the Spain fights, you might want to take that advice. He has 18-second wins, 4-second wins, 3-second wins, 12-second wins. This guy fights like he's double parked.
All right, let's go into his opponent, Junior Dos Santos, the former UFC heavyweight champion. Also owns the most knockdowns in UFC heavyweight history. He's got hammers for hands. Also had the longest winning streak in UFC heavyweight history as well. Has become a great kicker over the years as well. So not just a threat with his hands, Mauro.
And now this opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, the former world champion, Junior Dos Santos. Arguably the best smile in MMA, a man who loves every single second of his fighting life. And yeah, he wants to pull off the Rocky moment. He's heard the whispers. He's heard that he's past his peak. And yeah, maybe he's past the peak of his powers. But you know what they say? Power's the last to go. 16 of his 23 wins have come by knockout. He was known as an elite level boxer. Speed, precision, clean combinations, timing, and that KO power. And oh, by the way, let's not forget, as you alluded to, those crushing low kicks. The key issue, though, can JDS survive the explosive early attacks at this stage of his career?
His chin may not be what it used to be when he was in his prime, but he still has speed and he still has power. And he's not naive to this matchup. He knows what the matchmakers want here. They wanted a striking extravaganza. He's got one, and Rogelis Despain.
One of 3 children, he was raised by his mother Maria after his alcoholic father left the family. In the mid-90s, when he was just 10 years of age, Dos Santos was already working to help support the household, a hardship that has forged the resilience and work ethic that later carried him to the top of the heavyweight division.
Coming into this fight in phenomenal shape. This is the leanest and biggest I've seen in a long time.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, live from the Intuitive Los Angeles California, and live around the world on Netflix. The sport of mixed martial arts arrives to Netflix for the very first time with the debut of MVP MMA, presented by Jake Paul and Nikita Madarian's Most Valuable Promotions. We open tonight's main card in the heavyweight division, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Our 3 judges scoring this contest at cage side: Chris Lehman, Daniel Mobley, and Chris Craig. And our referee in charge, when the bell rings, is Frank Trey. So, ladies and gentlemen, 2 warriors, 1 fight. Who wants it more? Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks with gold trim. He stands a towering 6 feet 7 inches tall. He weighed in at 258.8 pounds. Tonight, he enters the hexagon with the professional mixed martial arts record of 5 victories, opposite 2 defeats. Fighting out of Orlando, Florida, by way of Santiago de Cuba. Introducing the 2012 Olympic bronze medalist, the big boy, Rousey Spain. And now his opponent, standing across the cage, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black shorts with gold trim. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall. He weighed in at 245.4 pounds. Tonight, he enters the hexagon with a professional mixed martial arts record of 21 wins versus 10 defeats, with 15 of those wins by knockout. Fighting out of Santa Catarina, Brazil. Introducing the former UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Junior Cigaro dos Santos.
All right, gentlemen, you're instructed to rock room. Obey commands at all times. Commit yourself at all times. You want to touch love through it now? Let's go back to the quarters and come out swinging.
History being made for the first time in the sport of mixed martial arts, live on Netflix, and we're about to immediately test the Big Bang Theory.
Thank you.
Into a dome in Inglewood, getting ready for the big boys to throw down. JDS.
I think that was first crowd watching the same match we are.
And bring it fast.
Sigo Bellis. With those
All
hands
about
ready,
Rousey, Michael.
lure
Yeah.
Junior Santos into a
And
trap.
what he said.
Already using the Taekwondo stuff.
He said, great, I'm going to watch tonight.
Snapper like right hand there for the Spain.
Has so much confidence in his speed.
The crushing low kick, one of the
Come on, Santos.
Santos
That's what Dos Santos needs to do now, attacking the inside of the leg.
like that Dutch combination there by Elman, and he's already rattled Dos Santos. Spain sitting down on those punches. You can see why he gets things done in a hurry.
Yeah, absolutely. Had a lot of confidence in that speed. Very loose with his punches.
Maximizing that reach back and oh, the level change looking for the single. He's shoved off by Spain, having nothing to do with Dos Santos' early takedown attempt. Are you surprised by JDS going through that? Oh, he's rattled. And in comes JDS.
Dos Santos finding a lot of success with those leg kicks.
Crushing leg kick to the lead leg of Despain. Despain with a catch kick to Junior Dos Santos, spins him right around.
Coco Bellis needs to respect the power and speed of Junior Dos Santos. Those hands are very low. Can't get too cute against someone like Dos Santos.
22 of their combined 28 wins have come via knockout or submission. 21 of those via KO, and they are knockout surging early. Both of them wanting to lower the boom.
Now it looks like Dos Santos is trying to draw up some punches from Bellis to try to look for a counter of his own.
Sniper jab there by Despo. Right hand lands another right. Lands on the face of Dos Santos, who resets in the center of the hexagon.
I'm just checking on the
Smackdown Hotel for a little bit. And yes, we're still live, by the way, Michael. All right.
Another vicious already catches Junior with the uppercut. JDS is showing up, trying to avoid the offense of Rebelli's Despain. The Santos doing a good job of suffering away from that pressure, trying to regroup here. Oh, wow. Left hand lands for Despain. Continues to destroy that base of Despain. And Despain really testing with the low hands, but he's successful there. Another right uppercut. But he is playing with fire. And Despain is so good at closing that gap so quickly, both with his footwork and the speed of those hands. Nasty precision, speed, and patience. Santos gets knocked range. That awkward approach to his striking, his ability to lure you into traps with those low hands. My goodness. And here we have Santos down. Just right on the money. What a combination. The way casually as well, like it was just a matter of fact. Those right hands landed right on the button. Props to Dos Santos for showing a lot of heart. At the end of a painful sentence, Romelis, the bad boy, just Netflix is shining the spotlight on it, and they are not holding back. A stat you won't stop talking about. And DraftKings is your home for all the action. Bet the winner, the method of victory, or even which round it all goes down. When the fight takes over Netflix, don't just watch it, be part of it with DraftKings. And right now, new DraftKings customers can bet $5 to get $100 bonus bets instantly. Just download the app and use the promo code when you sign up.
Rousey, U.S. Army Special Forces.
Huh? Can you turn the fan on, please?
Okay. And hot already, bro?
Yeah.
Let me just be very clear.
You put it all the way up. Like there. Right there. There you go. Okay.
Well, we missed that, but you didn't miss the knockout, and that's really what's most important. Robelis, the bad boy, Despain, is now 6-2. All 6 wins via knockout. And as we all know, knockouts sell. Let's go to Ariel Helwani.
Mauro, thank you very much. Robelis, congratulations on another first-round knockout. You just knocked out a former UFC heavyweight champion in your return to MMA. Can you describe the emotions that you are feeling right now?
Acabas de destrozar a un campeón de UFC. ¿Puedes contarnos cómo te sentís ahora?
Me siento muy contento, muy satisfecho por el trabajo que hice. Darle las gracias a mi equipo, mi entrenador de toda la vida, mi equipo allá en Orlando. Darle gracias a mi familia, a mi niña Ivana, a mi mamá, Yuka, a mis hermanos, a toda Cuba que me apoya, y Free Cuba.
I'm so happy for the work I've been doing so far to get me here. I want to thank my team, my forever coach, my family back in Cuba, my baby girl, my mom, Free Cuba, and thanks to my team back in Orlando too, Free Cuba.
Could you describe to us what you were seeing out there? It seemed like you rocked him sort of midway through the onslaught, and then eventually with that incredible strike, you were able to knock him out. Tell us what you saw and why you were able to eventually put him away.
Contanos qué fue lo que viste mientras tomabas tus decisiones de los golpes y cómo tomaste la decisión para el golpe final.
Yeah,
Sí,
what
al
she said.
principio me hizo buena técnica abajo y me desestabilizó 2 veces, pero bueno, supe tomar la calma y ver dónde estaba poniendo la cabeza y eso fue lo que traté de ver siempre.
I saw him stumbling and he kicked me on the legs first and then I kept calm and then I saw him stumbling and that's where I struck.
Rebellis, when you came into MMA, there was so much excitement about you, and you had that amazing run of first-round knockouts, and then left the sport after losing 2 in a row, but had a great run very recently in karate combat. Is this your return to mixed martial arts? Do you now want to stay within this sport?
¿Te vas a quedar en este deporte ahora que volviste después de todo tu proceso para llegar hasta acá?
Este es el deporte que me gusta. Amo las MMA, pero tengo que darle las gracias a Sin, a Karate Combat, porque gracias a ellos estoy aquí hoy. Darle unas gracias a Sin y gracias por su apoyo.
This is a sport I like, but I do have to thank Asim and Karate Combat to get me here today.
Are you going to stick with MMA though? Will your next fight be in MMA or are you going to go back to Karate Combat?
¿Te vas a quedar en MMA o vas a volver a Karate Combat?
Quiero seguir haciendo las dos cosas, sí, es que me gusta siempre estar activo, no puedo estar sin entrenar y entonces la próxima, Francis, let's do it. I think I understood that, but I'll go to you.
I want to do both. I want to stick doing both. I cannot stay without training, so I'm going to do both.
And I do believe he said, Francis, I want you next. I understood that. And so Francis Ngannou and Felipe Lins are fighting later on tonight. Do you want the winner, Rebellis? And are you hoping that it's Francis Ngannou? Yeah.
¿Quieres que Ngannou gane?
Yeah.
Is that?
Quiero que gane Ngannou hoy, Francis, que gane hoy y por un cinturón en esta compañía.
I want Francis Ngannou to win. I want to go for a belt in this company.
Una cosa, I want my bonus. What's a bonus? All right. Well, you'll have to talk to Nikisa and Jake about that. Inglewood, give it up for your winner, Rebellis Dexman!
Well, I missed that one because I was texting with Megan.
And there it is, your winner, Rebellis Dexman. You hear her mention Karate Combat, 7-0 record in Karate Combat. 6 of those coming via the knockout. Now he has a 6-2 record in MMA. All 6 wins coming via the KO. He landed 54% of his punches for that first round KO. Well, the women have entered the chat and the building as well. Before women's MMA was mainstream, Gina Carano made the world pay attention. The original crossover star, the face of an entire era, stepping back into the cage for the first time since 2000.
I'm sorry, she looks like a leftover.
And then there's Ronda Rousey.
Sorry, she looks fucking butchy, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sorry, Boner. Give me a minute. I'm not coming down right yet. This has gotten much harder to watch.
In just a few minutes, we've got more matches coming for you. It's a European champion taking on American contender in Saladin Vargas versus Kenneth Fox. Then lineal heavyweight champ Francis Ngannou looking to stop Brazilian Felipe Lins. Down to welterweights and fan favorites Nate Diaz and
That's how it's happening.
do battle and violence is on the table. 4 more fantastic
Well, I
fights
promise
all
you,
the way
now
into it.
I'm watching beginning to end. I was like I said, I was texting with Megan, that's why. She don't know that? I don't know, that's what I was asking. God damn it, don't do this. Stop! Seriously, fucking stop!
Amazing.
Oh my god, I just had a Tourette's moment. I didn't mean to do that, but I'm really This really irritates me. Like,
So, Tracy, you're going to tell the very end of this one to get as far away from me as you can. You got no
You want anything about a father flavor to that?
no, see, this is why it's gonna go till midnight because of all this shit. If they did this commercial free and did this just the whole card straight through, what started at 9, this would be over by 10:30, maybe 11. The only reason it takes this long is because of this bullshit.
Guys, the investors pulled our funding.
What?
I just bought a jet ski.
What do we do?
I guess I'll just start running a cash burn analysis.
I go tumblers.
Like acrobats?
No, custom branded tumblers from Custom Ink. More water, more productivity, more funding. That's our strategy.
Custom Ink can't fix all your business needs.
I am thirsty.
I want one of those.
I want one too.
But we can outfit your team for the road ahead. With over 10,000 swag options, Ink is more than you think.
I'm a Denny's Super Saiyan. Hot stuff coming through.
I know that was
I'll
good.
put you on that. With our new salmon meal deals, you can feed everyone and still get.
I think it was like
If you
a
got
couple months ago before
Denny's Salmon meal deals under $2.
my mom's car store didn't open up the way it used to be, Michael.
Sometimes.
Mom and I used to go to Denny's a lot and their breakfast before I head on back to the
Sport goods are better than sports?
Because sports plus massage and shampoo means sports plus headlocks.
This makes me feel way less polarized.
Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Roomba presents everyone's favorite. With deep edge corner mopping and self-washing mop pad, messes don't stand a chance, so Buster can keep making them.
This is all you.
With Roomba, dirt doesn't build up. Plus, with Auto Wash Dog, it even cleans itself. With 4 times more powerlifting suction, the kids get to eat on the couch. Roomba keeps floors cleaner than you ever could.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Bus driving is drunk driving.
Into a dome in Inglewood where we've already served up a first round knockout on this historic night of MMA action. On Netflix, we turn our attention to the lightweight division. One of the best prospects in the sport, Francis Saladin Parnasse, crosses paths with Kenneth the Boss Cross, who's got the height advantage, but it's Parnasse with the reach advantage. And Parnasse, he fights like a jazz musician, smooth, and he knows how to improvise.
That reminds me of a lot of our Brazilian broadcaster, my former opponent, Jose Aldo. And if you look at the ratio of KOs to subs, I think that's a good indicator of how complete of a mixed martial artist he is. 7 knockouts, 7 submissions, but the same could be said for Kenneth Cross, who feels disrespected here. And yes, Saladin Parnasse deserves all of the hype, but Kenneth Cross says, what about me? I'm here to spring the upset. This guy has a left hand from hell, and he comes from one of the best teams in the world in Syndicate MMA. Now let's take a closer look at Kenneth Cross. He's a teammate of Gina Carano. He has 9 first-round stoppages. Again, gotta watch out for that left hand. He sets it up extremely well. Also comes from a wrestling background, so not just a striker.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the Intuit Dome. And we welcome all of our viewers staying with us around the world on Netflix as we now arrive in the lightweight division. Before we get to our triple main event, this contest scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing first to the hexagon, fighting out of the red corner. Please welcome.
Wait a minute. Did you take a Mountain Dew?
I already did, remember?
Okay.
I just couldn't bring it down. What time did you first before that like oh yeah, the
To the hexagon,
He believes the MMA world still hasn't seen his best version. He's built on speed, strength, and relentless pace. Ross says this isn't just striking, it's layered violence. He compares his pressure to a Habib smash, which of course is in reference to MMA legend Habib Nurmagomedov. Against Parnas, he believes he's not just competitive, he is a nightmare matchup. Kenny, this is what opportunity looks like. Ross stepping into the spotlight against one of Europe's best. And Ross disrupts Parnas before the skill gap takes off.
Kenneth Frost trains at Syndicate MMA with Murat Wallace-Billy, a bunch of world champions and former world champions. He says, this guy's been fighting over in Europe. He's fighting a bunch of bums. I'm the guy who's been facing the top level competition. I'm the guy people should be talking about. So he's not believing the hype on Saladin Parnas.
Driven by the loss of his best friend DJ, who was murdered, Frost is grounded in his faith, and he's committed to inspiring others, aiming to become both a force in the lightweight division and a positive role model for the next generation. His wife, a former NCAA Division I gymnast, is identified as the loudest voice in the arena during his fights and a central support figure in his career. Kenneth Frost stepping into the hexagon for the best opportunity of his career.
He looks relaxed. He looks ready. He's in tremendous shape. And was quite fired up at the weigh-ins yesterday. All right, let's go into Saladin Parnas. A man I compared to Jose Aldo.
What is this shit we want, Ronda? What is this shit we want, Ronda? What is this shit we want, Ronda?
He's such a cool customer when he
What is this shit we want, Ronda?
Always composed and can beat you on the ground or on the feet. And these are the kind of athletes that we're getting here. Began training at age 11.
Fuck this match. 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 We want Ronda. Fuck this match. We want Ronda. Fuck this match. We want Ronda.
Already endearing himself to the Golden State, looking to deliver some California glove, and well, he would love to hit his opponent harder than Tupac's hit him off. And Saladin Parnas struts his way to the cage. This guy drips in finesse and confidence. After UFC heavyweight Cyril Gane, he is one of the most significant names in French MMA's next wave. One of the strongest examples of French mixed martial arts maturation into a structured talent pipeline. Born to a Guadeloupean father and Moroccan mother, his mom worked multiple jobs to support 4 children after the parents divorced when he was around 10. His father passed away when Parnas was 19. He carries with him his father's spirit, looking to make his entire family and his many fans in France proud here tonight.
I'm still thinking about those bars you just got. Oh, my goodness. Wow. That was impressive, man. I'll tell you what, Saladin is so fun to watch. Parnas really can do it all. So good on the outside, so good on the inside, really good at the sky.
Come on, hurry up, dude.
Excellent control with submissions all around.
Fight now, hug later, let's go.
We are waiting. We are waiting.
Hugs are supposed to be after the fight when you win. Okay? That's when you take the time to do that. Right now, you gotta fight to win. Let's go.
Live around the world on Netflix, where Parnas looks to make
I was just fucking missing his 2 front teeth.
Lots of hype for the 28-year-old who's 22-2 with 14 finishes.
2-division champion over in KSW with Poland, a phenomenal organization. Almost won a third at 170 pounds. That's how technical this fighter is.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, live from the YouTube Dome for MVP MMA, we arrive at the lightweight division. Scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Our 3 judges scoring was foul at cage side. Michael Bell, Derek Clear, and Felicia Hall. And the referee in charge for the bell rings is Jason Herzog. So, ladies and gentlemen, 2 warriors, 1 fight. Who wants it more? Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. Wearing the black trunks with dark green trim, he stands 6 feet tall. He weighed in at 155.4 pounds. Tonight, he enters the cage with a professional mixed martial arts record of 17 victories.
You know, this ring announcer reminds me of Kurt Angle. You know why? Why? Because you suck. You suck. You suck. You suck. You suck. We want Michael. You suck. We want Michael. And Bruce Buffer. Well, he's okay, but I like Michael's better. He just has better delivery.
He weighed in at 154.8 pounds. Tonight, he enters the hexagon with a professional MMA record of 22 victories versus just 2 defeats. Fighting out of and representing Armenian France. Introducing the 2-division world champion and one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in Europe. Tonight, making his U.S. debut, Saeed Panda.
Okay, fighters, got over the rules in the back. There are no fighting questions from either of you. You've already touched gloves. Come out ready to fight.
3 rounds or less in the 155-pound flyweight division. Ross has won 4 straight, albeit knockout. Cross has won 4 in a row,
You're really good.
And an arm
For a ring announcer besides this dude.
one.
Who? Rupert. Oh, yeah, Rupert could do this. No, John Morello used to be the high school teacher here. He would be great. Remember, he used to get in my intros every Friday. Yeah, he'd be great.
Lightning quick action to start this one.
Yeah, great timing on that get up there from Cross, who's looking for the takedown. Excellent base there from Parnas, who gets the overhook. Able to thwart that Cross attack.
Runs the power with a single leg with a scramble, and immediately they're back on their feet.
Excellent exchange with grappling right there from both men.
Cross backs Parnas to the cage. A frenetic start to this, the second fight of the night. We're coming out of a first round knockout. And these two going at it from the jump.
Cross trying to use that Arthur frame early. Parnas able to turn the tables and get Cross's back.
What about Frank? You forgot him? Yeah, no. Frank
Level
can't
change by
do it the
Parnas,
same way.
looking for that single leg roll. Back 10 for the scramble.
But you can come up like
Excellent change
t-shirts.
there from Parnas.
Oh, yeah.
Cross
That's
working through the
that.
butterfly guard, see if he can create space and get back to his feet.
Oh my God.
Work for a reversal here.
Oh my God.
Keeping the
Can
pressure
we
on.
just...
Scrambling now back to their feet.
Oh my God. This looks like porn.
And they jockey for
I'm not joking.
Cross with Parnas against the fence.
Oh my God. Look at how they're positioned this shit. This looks like porn. Dude, ew.
What is this shit? Come on.
No, I mean, seriously. Look at how they're moving and how they're positioned. The guy's got his foot right in the other guy's junk.
Parnas did a good job with that overlook and wrist control. See if he can
God damn
Yeah,
it.
thinks they're not going to.
Oh. Well, I'm sure they are. We're just not hearing it. God damn.
2 minutes of the last in the opening round. They break southpaw jab from Cross to the face of Parnas, and he splits the guard with another jab from the southpaw position.
Parnas responds in his close stance to southpaws.
Like, they're working on each other and shit.
Parnas hits him with the jab, and Cross firing back.
Cross is getting a little wild here. He's having a triple.
2-way exchange, reaching the midpoint of the first round. Level change, stuffed by Parnas.
I'm not sure Cross liked that combination from Parnas.
Between, dude, it would really good if he had a ring announcer.
Who's that?
Parnas turns
Josh
Manson
Manson.
goes to the bottom.
Justin
with the
Roberts.
hand.
Yeah, but Justin is under contract with AEW. Yeah, but what did he get at one time on the parents? Between him, Bruce, him, Michael, and God bless his soul, Howard Finkel. Oh God, Howard would be great.
Now he needs to line up his shoulders with the shoulders and cross that cross. Trying to miss a line in the
He's going for this match. I don't give a fuck. I want this done. I want him to hurry this. I want him to pass this.
Top position, crosses back. We're now from back position. Unloading on Cross, the referee. On the spot, Cross trying to defend intelligently.
Now this is what we were talking about. He's so dangerous.
This match sucks. Boring, boring, bullshit, 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 boring, bullshit. Boring bullshit. Boring bullshit. Oh. Hold on.
Unbelievable resilience by Kenneth Cross and one of the first round.
Now Cross is trying to brawl with Parnas. Oh, what a booty shot!
And the body shot did it.
It's over, dude. It's over. Really? Yeah.
And incredibly tough. Kenneth Cross, Parnas improves to 23-2 with his 8th round knockout. They say don't believe the hype. You might want to do so when it comes to this French fighter.
Parnas absolutely crushed Cross to the body. And while Cross was brawling, he kept it technical. He kept his punches straight and to the point.
Let's hear it.
What a performance. Now this guy is the real deal, Mauro.
He's now won 5 in a row, all via knockout. Saladin Parnas and Kenneth Cross, another loss.
Okay, now they're talking.
First round
Okay, look at that. Over here, they're still reaching. I know, dude. That just Bill. Yeah, but when they did that first part, look, watch this. Bam, bam. Yeah, I'd make him buy me dinner before he touched me like that. Oh God, no! It's just a short commercial.
You can hire.
I don't.
Leave him alone. What are you gonna do about it?
Or you can hire Morgan & Morgan. Bullies? I hate bullies. Insurance companies know exactly
Who said bullies?
Guilty.
Wait a minute.
Injured? We fight to make it right. Morgan & Morgan.
That looks like
America's largest injury law firm.
Robert Gibson with that hairstyle. Little.
On you, Anthony Joshua, to fight me. With all due respect, you work for me.
When's that match? Oh yes! Oh yes! Oh yes! Oh damn! What did I say? Double damn! Oh, fall 2020. Yes, sir. Well, I know they're saying fall 2026. Fall doesn't tell me anything. That could mean September, October, November.
MMA on Netflix, Kenny Florian, back-to-back first-round knockouts, including this perfection from Parnas.
Yeah, both of these fighters really started off very aggressively. Parnas with those body shots. There's one, and this is the second one. Throws it again. Just a nasty dig to the body there. That one folded him like fresh laundry. Just nasty stuff from Parnas.
And that was the first time that Cross has been knocked out, but you wonder who wants to cross paths with Saladin Parnas after seeing this offensive display.
Just beautiful shots in tight. Didn't get reckless. Stayed defensively responsible throughout those exchanges, and despite being the smaller
I'm putting
guy,
the
it was his
computer so we
speed and his
can
precision
see our reactions and our to the faces of
Let's make
us.
it official with Big Mo.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jason Herzog calls a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 18 seconds of the very first round, declaring you winner by TKO to unanswered strikes.
Total knockout.
I don't know about you, Kenny Florian. I'm not paid by the hour, so these back-to-back first-round knockouts are just fine with me, and I know the fans watching at home have to agree as well. If you want action, you've come to the right place. And let's go to Ariel Helwani.
Mauro, thank you so
And
very
there's
much. Wow.
Jake
Saladin,
Paul
what a
right there.
performance, what a body shot, what a debut here in the
Right
United
there.
States. Is that how you were expecting the fight to play out?
Saladin, est-ce que c'est comme ça que tu voyais le combat se dérouler?
C'est parce que hard training, big win, just hard training.
Oui, bien évidemment, parce qu'il a fait un camp très intense et il a eu beaucoup de victoires dans le passé, donc évidemment, il savait qu'il allait assurer.
It seemed like you were close to finishing him on the ground. He escapes, and then you unleashed that body shot. Tell me what you were thinking and what you were looking for in that moment to put him away.
Quand tu as fait ton body shot, c'était quoi ton esprit en fait pour t'en sortir?
Ma mentalité, c'est toujours de gagner mes combats, quoi qu'il arrive. Je travaille dur depuis longtemps et là, ça paye. Je ne vais pas trop parler parce que je ne parle pas bien anglais. Je voudrais remercier mes coachs, ma team. Thank you, my team. Thank you, my coach. Thank you, my family, mom, sister. C'est hard training et c'est juste ça qui paye. Voilà, c'est l'entraînement. Un petit message à tous les Français qui me regardent. Merci tout le monde. Ça me fait super plaisir la force que vous me donnez. Voilà, c'est pas le rêve américain que je vis, mais c'est le rêve français. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you for everyone. Thank you to my coach. Thank you for my mentor. Thank you to my people in France. I've been working really hard. I gave my all, and I'm so happy to be here. It's such an honor. I had a hard training camp. I worked so hard, so many wins in the past, and yeah, I'm grateful for everyone.
Et un dernier message aussi. Thank you Netflix. Thank you Jack for the opportunity. I'm ready for the next fight. Boxing, MMA. I'm ready.
Thank you to everyone at Netflix, LVP, and I'm looking forward for the next fight. I'm ready.
Saladin, can I ask, there was so much buzz about your inclusion on this card. The hardcore MMA fans have been watching you in KSW for so many years. Did you feel that pressure? It didn't look like it, but going into the fight, did you feel like you had to produce in spectacular fashion?
Être sur une carte aussi relevée, comment tu te sens? Tu viens de KSW, tu as eu beaucoup de victoires. Et est-ce que tu as senti la pression de devoir en fait livrer en fait
J'ai pas de pression. I'm the best fighter in the world. No pressure for me.
I understood that. You consider yourself the best fighter in the world, 145, 155. And so now the big question is, what do you want to do next? And perhaps, who do you want to fight next? Who comes to mind? Everyone's so very excited about you fighting here in the United States.
Tu vas gagner à 66 kilos, champion à 66 kilos, à 70 kilos. Donc, il comprend que tu n'as pas de pression, que tu es un grand champion. Et maintenant, en fait, c'est qui que tu dois combattre?
Comment dire n'importe qui? Non.
Anyone.
Anyone.
Anyone, anytime.
Not Diaz, Mike Perry.
Nate Diaz, Mike Perry, it doesn't matter. They call him the Kylian Mbappe of MMA, and he proved that tonight. Inglewood, make some noise for Francis Saladin Pallas.
Tyron Aaron Parnas was among the biggest favorites on this entire card, and we saw why right away.
Parnas threw everything with an attitude, threw everything with cool intention. He dove through the body, but he set it up with relentless pressure and variety.
We just saw it. He got crossed to the ground, landed 23 power strikes before knocking him out with an arm strike to the head, and now moves to 23-2 in his MMA career. Do you think tonight's fighters know that they've got more than one round? I don't know. Still to come, Francis Ngannou, Felipe Lins bring heavyweight danger with every punch. We've got Nate Diaz and Mike Perry promising pure violence and zero compromise. And then, of course, two pioneers who changed women's MMA forever, Ronda Rousey, Gina Carano, finally meet in the cage. It will be an incredible night if you can't already tell. And in fact, we're going to go back to Ariel Helwani, who's with one of the men behind tonight's madness.
Co-founder of MVP, the CEO of the company as well as the subsidiary. Nikita, usually, historically, boxing promoters don't cross over into another sport as MMA less than 5 years into their existence. Why did you do this?
Ronda Rousey, she's the reason that we got into women's boxing, and she's the reason that we're here today. I was fortunate enough to spend a lot of time with Lorenzo Fertitta, who to me is the godfather of MMA, the reason the sport exists the way that it does. So when the opportunity presented itself to work with Ronda, work with Gina, it was a no-brainer.
And so we are moving towards that main event, but what about this main card? 2 tremendous wins, first round finishes. What do you think so far?
I'm very happy with the product that's been put on display from the first fight of the night onto the main, and I'm grateful to our matchmakers, to media analysts and journalists who we spoke to, and I think we're delivering for the fans, and that's all we care about, and most importantly, delivering for the fighters.
I know you've been asked this question a lot. Is MVP going to stick in the MMA business? Are you going to stay here, or is it going to be a one and done? After experiencing all of this so far, have you made a final decision?
Look, we're always transparent in our intentions. Just like when we did Paul Tyson and we said boxing with Netflix, this is a test. This is a test to see how MMA does with Netflix and how we're able to function as promoters, how fighters feel about our capabilities. So far, it's going pretty well, and I hope we're going to do many more things within this sport. I do want to say before we go, a shout out to my son, Borban. I missed his music performance yesterday to be at the weddings, but I saw it on my son, and I'm very proud of you.
Much respect. You know, I've asked Ronda this question maybe 3 or 4 times this week. I'd like to ask you the question as well. What if she wins in the first round? What if it's a great vintage armbar victory? She says she's done. She wants to have more babies. Will you try to convince her to stick around?
I will certainly present her with options if they exist, and ultimately her and I'm sure Travis will maybe talk about it, maybe they won't, I don't know, but what I can tell you unequivocally is that Ronda Rousey has a role with MVP after this fight, whether that's as a fighter or as a promoter, as an ambassador, whatever she wants it to be.
Thank you so much, Nikita. Good luck to you guys the rest of the way. Congratulations on this great accomplishment. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Ariel. All right, you guys, we're ready. The crowd is bumping. It's a laser show inside the Intuit Dome. You can feel it. It's not just fight night. It's an event and one that only Netflix can bring. Stick around. 3 more incredible fights are on the way as we get ready for Rousey Carano.
Oh my god, another fucking commercial.
Oh, you know what they're doing?
What?
Because they're bringing baseball to Netflix.
Oh.
They've tried wrestling, boxing. Tonight they're trying UFC. Next is baseball.
It's a home run derby, live on Netflix.
Welcome back to Papa John's. I'm hand stuffing this mozzarella to make our epic stuffed crust pizza. Epic. Hey, we're making you an epic stuffed crust pizza for $13.99.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Since the dawn of time, man has been plagued by itch and irritation.
So what?
Clean because he was relying on the
You're
process.
irritating, okay? Shit.
Yikes. But what man didn't realize is that wetter cleans better. Behold, wet extra large dude wipes. See how wet dude wipes completely clears while dry TP smears, leaving debris behind on Uranus. Fix the itch.
I was
Switch
looking
to
for
wet extra large dude wipes. For the best cleaning
on
hands down.
Guys, the investors pulled our funding.
What? What?
She doesn't have Facebook.
What do we do?
I guess I'll just start with management analysis with us.
I want to.
But we can outfit your team for the road ahead. With over 10,000 swag options, Inc. is more than you think.
Roomba presents everyone's favorite. With deep edge corner mopping and self-washing mop pad, messes don't stand a chance, so Buster can keep making them.
This is all you?
With Roomba, dirt doesn't build up. Plus, with auto wash top, it even cleans itself.
Your little secret.
With 4 times more power lifting suction, the kids get to eat on the couch. Roomba keeps floors cleaner than you ever could.
Just gotta clean myself. Nice. Hi, I'm you with more gusto. My hair's growing back. Team's taking a new flow. It's just me. Correction. Team of 7. We're growing, Mikey. Get payroll that grows with you.
It's beautiful. But I think the only picture that she has, that's the only picture of Tessa right there on Mallory's Facebook. Those two used to live in the same house together. She lives with Megan, and she lives with Jennifer.
Matthew's out there. Hold on, bring him home.
And we are back with
Look at the size of that Francis dude, Michael.
Francis and Donovan Felipe Lindsay. Biggest stage of Monster's careers. They're set to hit the cage in mere minutes. And based on our first 2 fights, I think it's safe to say that Ariel Hawani has done the most work of anybody here in the Intuit Depth. He's running stairs, he's doing interviews, he's on the desk.
I'm living the literal dream. This is my dream, and it's such a huge honor to be here. Francis Ngannou's coming up, celebrating partners. I've been watching him on internet streams for years, and he just did that in his American Incredible. Bells this time, Olympic bronze medalist, and we still have 2 more fights after that.
A couple years ago that
We certainly do. I mean, certainly a lot of action right away tonight. But we want to talk about
Conor McGregor said that he was about to go to WWE.
and Lens. What is Ngannou trying to prove coming back into the cage?
That he is still the best man on the planet. Like I said earlier, there's a lot of pressure on a fighter in this position. When everyone's walking up to you, like, oh, you're fighting that guy? It's going to be like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. It's not going to go to the second round, right? He looked great in his last fight, but that was October 2024. Francis beat a guy named Hideko. We're expecting the same thing, a first round finish. So he has to go out there and look the part. Look like the baddest man on the planet. Because I tell you what, there's some other great heavyweights fighting next month. Wait for the Fury. All want to say they're the baddest man on the planet. Here's his chance to remind everyone he is just that.
After the show, you can watch that on your own.
Outstanding. He said his footwork is phenomenal. He knows he has to be a smaller fighter in this position. He got to be a faster fighter. I was in American Top Team. I had to do that in 10 years. I'm in the sauna, 4 weeks in the summer. It's flooded with heavyweights in the gym. Not only is he in JPS, it's at least 10 to 15 high-level heavyweights. He's planning to try to steal his moment. He knows that when you're fighting without the pressure, without having to be in your hometown, sometimes you can sneak under the radar.
Can I ask one other question? There's a 30-pound weight gap as of yesterday between these two. Felipe is 30 pounds smaller than Francis. Is that much ado about nothing?
And some of that is by design. As I told you, what did I mean with the man? In the sauna. Why would he be in the sauna? Because some people, I know my natural weight. I know when I get around 190, 187, I'm violent. But I'm not as willing to get injured and fractured, right? He wants to be lighter because he knows he's going to be faster. Power punch by Ngannou. It's going to be a good night for him on that, right? Move, press, place, glue himself to him, try to go for takedown, and try to exhaust Ngannou and make him feel good, try to get him on the ground.
Okay, so the biggest stage for Felipe Lens in his entire career. Certainly Nick Diaz and Mike Perry have been on plenty of big stages, but it's been a long time since they've been in a cage. What was the reaction to fans finding out they were going to be on this card instead of a main event?
Okay, so here's the thing. I'd like to think that I have the pulse of the MMA fans online.
You do.
Ronda Rousey, Gina Carano gets announced mid-February. Okay, wow, nostalgia play. I like this. We haven't seen Gina in 17 years. Ronda 10 years. Okay, not bad. Netflix, not bad. Francis Ngannou. Okay, not bad. Felipe Lins. Not bad. Nate Diaz, Mike Perry. That graphic drops on a Monday morning. I'll never forget it. The internet exploded. Because let's be real, these two guys are as real as it gets. These two guys are cub-like figures in the sport. They are allergic to boring fights. They're never in boring fights. And there was a bit of absence mixed up.
What did you
We have seen them for about 5 years each in
You
MMA.
don't post
Now,
on
if
Facebook.
I've been inactive, Mike Perry did his thing in the sport of bare knuckle. We became the king of
I
violence in
do
bare knuckle.
sometimes, but not all the time.
He's the true BMF. And so tonight we find
I
out
said,
truly
so far the UFC is great. We want Ronda.
It's technically Netflix.
These two guys, it's going to be amazing. There's no way, I'll give you a guarantee right now, there is no way that Nick Diaz versus Mike Perry disappoints. No way, absolutely not. It's going to be a barn burner.
We love that sell. That is still to come. But right now, we're going to check back in with Sibley Scholes, who has a special guest right here. All right, we are Hexagon side. Jerry Burrs, Puka Nakua, represent LA, obviously. We're here at Intuit Dome. Historic night for MMA. Who do you have tonight on the card, the mains?
Oh, I'm all for 2 in the fights already, but I'm hoping Nate Diaz will bring me back. I'm feeling ready.
There's some football on here too.
Nick Diaz winning next. But I gotta tell you, that I got Ronda taking home.
Oh, you're confident.
I'm going. I'm 2-0 already.
See that? The night's just started good for him, but it's not going to end well for him, just like some of these fights.
It's always a competition here. Have some fun, guys. Back to you.
Are we ready?
So we are moments away from another heavyweight showdown. Do we continue the streak of first round knockouts? It could very well be the case because we have one of the hardest punchers in the sport's history. Just ask Alistair Overeem. Francis Ngannou, the lineal MMA heavyweight champion, takes on the upset-minded Felipe Lins from Brazil. Ngannou, 2 inches taller, has the 5-inch reach advantage. Both of them on long winning streaks. And
1
we
year
are ready
older,
for the
3
battle
feet
of
taller.
the big boys, part 2.
Well, they're representing 2 powerhouse
Francis.
teams. Ngannou with Extreme Couture and Felipe Lins from America's top team.
The goo
A
or
lot of
Ngannou.
tension between these two men. Lins
I thought it
a little
was
bit more of a grappling heavy style, but watch out for Francis Ngannou, who's been working on his grappling in anticipation of this matchup. And there is Felipe Lins, won the $1 million tournament in the PFL in 2018. Made his debut back in 2005. So he's been at this a while, but he really believes he's going to come out here and spring the upset. And man, would that change this guy's life.
Oh, I thought it were on a commercial.
The Predator versus the Predator Hunter.
No, video package.
Okay.
With a blessing of God, I'm ready to punish my opponent.
Okay, so Francis Ngannou's real name is Francis Xavier Ngannou. Because he used to be a UFC World Heavyweight Champion, just like your guy Brock Lesnar was, Michael.
Here's Felipe Lins.
40-year-old Felipe Lins is coming back after after a 2-year layoff. He told us that was time spent handling personal life issues, recovering physically, and resetting mentally after leaving the UFC. He told us the break was intentional and necessary for becoming healthy and prepared to return to competition. He says Ngannou validates that period of rebuilding and recovery. He is on a 4-fight winning streak, and he knows standing still against Ngannou is like playing tag with a freight train.
Yeah, and Mark, feeling healthy and sustaining that happy feeling for this long, and it shoots the psyche of a fighter, knowing that you're going to be able to bring 100% of your weapons in this fight.
The underdog told us, hey, this isn't power versus power, it's intelligence versus destruction. But against one of the hardest chairs in combat sports history, the question becomes,
Come on, you guys.
long enough to make his skill matter?
I think it comes down to footwork, his ability to diffuse the pressure of a pressing Ngannou.
Save the hug after the match.
For as long as possible.
Ladies and teammate with Junior Dos Santos, whom we saw get knocked out in the first round by Fernandez against Payne, who I'm sure is going to be watching with vested interest, would love a chance to face the winner of this fight. But when he talked to Junior Dos Santos, who previously, by the way, fought Ngannou, was stopped in the first round, but Lynn said the value isn't about secret strategy. It's about understanding range, pressure, and the physical reality of sharing the cage with one of the most dangerous men in the world.
He's definitely right about that and has a plethora of heavyweight training partners over the American top team. And here is Francis Ngannou, as you mentioned, one of the hardest hitting fighters in heavyweight mixed martial arts history. Made his debut against Tyson Fury. A lot of people know him because of that. Did extremely well in his boxing debut. Currently on a 7-fight MMA win streak.
Heavyweight champion of the world, the baddest man on the planet. He represents Cameroon.
No, dude. The best man on the planet is
Francis Ngannou.
He's more in a position to come after me than I'm in a position to go after him. So, one way or another, take him out of my way.
And now, fighting out of the blue corner, making his return to the cage, the Leo MMA Heavyweight Champion, Francis
Ngannou.
One of 3 albums yesterday called Iceman, and Ngannou always looking to put his opponent on Iceman. He left the UFC not because he couldn't compete, but because he wouldn't compromise. Now, critics say he sacrificed legacy, but Ngannou told us that he sees it differently. He's looking to provide security, health care, and opportunity for his family. That is the legacy that he says matters. In a sport built on sacrifice, he chose control.
Yeah, he came out looking like an executioner, hoping to send another person into the shadow realm. And this is a guy who started out extremely athletic. He was very raw when he came into the sport, quick learner, but has developed into a phenomenal world-class mixed martial artist.
Yeah, returns to the sport with one his coach and explained couture, Nick Sick, called a renewed hunger. He's lighter, sharper, improved cardio, and a mindset that even at 39 continues to evolve. We know about his power, but he has added more grappling skills and another layer beyond power striking.
That came into training camp, the lightest weight I think ever. And he talked about his camp and coaches being really happy with his fight.
Yeah, and he told us hey, he respects Lins. He respects all his opponents, but he sees Lins as a guy with some speed, pace, and tactical versatility. The question, though, is can Lins survive the first clean shot?
And he looks absolutely absolutely shredded. When I saw him on the scale, I said, what is it? 230, 235? He was still 257 pounds, ripped and ready.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, live from the Intuit Dome and live around the world on Netflix, we arrive at the first of our 3 main events of the evening. 5 5-minute rounds in the heavyweight division. Our 3 judges scoring this bout at cage side: Ron McCarthy, Jonathan Romero, and Chris Crail. And our referee in charge, when the bell rings, is Herb Dean.
Oh, I remember
And
him.
now, ladies and gentlemen, 2 warriors, 1
I used to
fight,
play UFC a
2
lot.
lots and more. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks with white trim. He stands 6
He
feet,
does.
2 inches tall. He weighed in at 220.6 pounds. Tonight, he enters the cage with a professional MMA record of 18 victories versus 5 defeats. Fighting out of Natal, Rio Grande do Norte, Brazil. Introducing the PFL Heavyweight Tournament Champion, Felipe Monstro Lins. And now his opponent, standing across the cage, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with gold trim. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall. He weighed in at 257 pounds. Tonight, he enters the cage with a professional MMA record of 18 victories versus just 3 defeats. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Cameroon. Introducing the former UFC heavyweight champion of the world. Introducing the current lineal MMA heavyweight champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Francis the Predator Ngannou.
Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. You're gonna have a clean fight. Touch love and let's do it.
Francis the Predator Ngannou is a Jack Kirby illustration come to life. On a 7-fight winning streak in MMA with 6 knockouts, Lynn's looking for his 5th straight win. It would be the upset of the year. The bell in round 1.
Francis said he's going to be very patient, looking for these combinations. Already attacking with a leg kick.
Mauro Ranallo, along with 3-time UFC title challenger Kenny Florian, cage side, the left and the right from Ngannou. Oh, kick by Ngannou. It's Lynn's looking for the takedown, but now Ngannou's looking for the guillotine choke.
Yeah, that was a crushing body kick by Ngannou, but Lynn's in on a nice connection here with this body lock.
Looking for his 2nd guillotine choke. The first submission of his career back in 2014 was via the guillotine for Ngannou. First minute of the first round. And the break as Lynn's putting his size on Ngannou, but he is a smaller man.
Ngannou doing a good job with that left overhook. See if he can circle away from the cage here.
While Lynn's has dabbled in heavyweight, he was more successful at 205, but having the opportunity of a lifetime here on this landmark event. The first MMA card on Netflix, and Lynn's willing to hear the danger zone right up into the left hand. Lynn's looking for the takedown. The spoil by Ngannou.
Yeah, nasty slow by Francis. Now letting big shots.
Ngannou around the bound, looking for his 14th knockout win.
Lynn Lens has to use those leg frames to try to create space, get back to his
He
feet.
wants to control Ngannou's posture. Stop the barrage of blows.
This is not good. He couldn't hold on to the head of Francis Ngannou, and when Francis postures up, it could be over.
We've had back-to-back first-round knockouts. Ngannou in position right now, which could very well be the beginning of the end for Lins. But Lins, well schooled on his back.
Yeah, did a good job with his leg frames. He tried to off-balance Francis Ngannou. Good job getting back to his feet, but eating shots here.
Series of right hands. Lins still standing after tasting the thunder of Francis Ngannou. Lins in a southpaw stance, hands down, and just about got caught with that.
Got 3 more matches, Michael.
Confused here.
Less. Another left hand, another right hand. It's all the predator Francis Ngannou playing with his foot.
Oh, that's a nice overhand by Lins. Yes. Ngannou, though, showing patience, not rushing for the knockout.
Just over 2 minutes left in the first round, dominated by the predator. Offensive onslaught for Ngannou. Body shots.
I think Ngannou initiating this clinch is helping Lins. They couldn't clear the cobwebs.
Draining the power bar of Lins by going to the body.
Yeah, I think Ngannou may need a little bit of a break after that exchange.
And I hope
He's getting his win back as well.
But he's still scoring with those body shots. 90 seconds left in the first round. Lins desperately trying to cause a break, change levels along with the takedown, but eats another punch to the breadbasket and another body blow by Ngannou and another one.
Oh, these are nasty. Lins needs a break to get to the center of the hexagon here.
Systematically dismantling Lins. Knockout Francis Ngannou, the hardest hitter in MMA, and for that matter, maybe in combat sports.
That's all he needs. One opportunity, and he gets it done here. Like many expected, I thought Lins did a good job of surviving some really scary moments in round one. But in the end, he could not deny Francis Ngannou's power and speed.
Welcome back to MMA. Francis Ngannou, 8 consecutive wins, his 7th knockout in that streak. A courageous Felipe Lins couldn't survive these kinds of shots, Kenny.
Yeah, and you see that short uppercut that landed.
Remember the left uppercut on Alistair Overeem, the knockout of the year back in 2017? It's Francis Ngannou closing the show. 3 first-round knockouts in a row.
Guys, the investors pulled our funding.
What? I just bought a jet ski.
What do we do?
I guess I'll just start running a cash burn analysis. I go tumblers.
Like acrobats?
No, custom branded tumblers from Custom Ink. More water, more productivity, more funding. That's our strategy.
Custom Ink can't fix all your business needs. I am thirsty.
I want one of those. I want one too.
But we can outfit your team for the road ahead. With over 10,000 swag options, Ink is more than you think. Real men live our own shackles.
You think this is that same crew you've been looking for?
They killed my partner.
I'm gonna catch this crew.
He's not just in the car. He's cutthroat just like me.
Find a way to shut him down.
You're playing with fire. No, I bring the fire. We're gonna take everything back.
We're gonna take it in blood.
Francis Ngannou doesn't throw punches. He serves eviction notices to consciousness. The Predator knocks out Felipe Lins and improves to 19-3, retaining his status as the lineal MMA heavyweight champion. And this is how it ended. The left hook dropping Lins, referee Herb Dean waving it off. And it's another impressive stoppage win for Francis Ngannou as Lins gets stopped via knockout for the 5th time. But the Predator serving notice that he is still a force to be reckoned with. Went into a brief foray into boxing where he knocked down then champion Tyson Fury before losing a controversial decision in his pro boxing debut. He got knocked out by Anthony Joshua, but this is how you get back on track. Francis Ngannou turning out the lights on Felipe Lins. Let's make it official with Big Mo.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean calls a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 31 seconds of the very first round, declaring your winner by knockout, Francis the Predator Ngannou.
A look at one of the most intimidating forces in combat sports, Francis Ngannou, delivering the goods. Let's go to Ariel.
Thank you so very much, Mauro Francis. Congratulations. You did it again, my friend. Can you describe what it's like knocking a man out like that, out cold?
Well, I gotta give a lot of respect to Philippe because he was tougher than what I thought. You know, he did hit some shot at the beginning and then keep on going really good. I'm like, okay, we have a tough guy here. We have a solid guy. He's legit, you know. And then, yeah, I just keep composed and then know that there will come a moment. And I keep hearing, basically, he's gonna say, oh, 1 minute. I'm like, okay, 1 minute. We're gonna get it done.
And you did it again in the first round. You know, there's always so much chatter, so much talk surrounding you. Do you think you reminded everyone exactly who Francis Ngannou is tonight?
Well, if somebody doesn't remember who I am, then he must have amnesia or something. Because the statement is here tonight again. It's just another one. It's not like the first one. It's not like I'm making a statement. It's just another reminder.
You know, 2025, you didn't fight. First year in your pro career, you took off. Your last MMA fight was in 2024, October of 2024. I was wondering if at any point you were worried you would feel rusty out there, if you needed some time. What do you think?
No, I wasn't worried about my aggressiveness, you know, because one thing that I know about myself is that it's an instinct. It's something that I have. It's not something that I have to trigger. It's just in me. It comes along. I don't have to do much for it, so I just have to be prepared.
Sorry, dude,
and
but
have the energy, the endurance to manage the adrenaline and everything around it.
Earlier tonight, we saw Robelis Despan say that he wanted you to win and he wanted to fight you next. What do you make of that?
Well, he had a pretty good knockout. I think we are running for the performance of the night, but I mean, he made himself legit, even though I think I can handle him. I believe I can handle him. Basically, the one I have saw tonight, I just have the knockout, but nothing impressive for me, for my style.
I understand. You know, I'd be remiss if I don't ask you this. During your fight, sitting right over there was Johnny Bones Jones. I believe he's sitting right over there right now in the vicinity of that shot. You see him right there. He's standing up with his arms. What do you want to say to John Jones, who is here watching you fight?
Well, as I said before, John Jones is a great fighter, probably the best that I've ever done the MMA. But I think in terms of business, he's have something to learn, and he should be watching what I'm doing and learn. And then if he get it now, he should be able to figure it out and come we make this fight because this fight can happen before we retire.
Do you think he wants to fight you?
I believe so, but I think his cage. He doesn't know how to get out of the cage yet. He doesn't know where's the hole in the cage.
And how would that go if you did fight? How would it go?
Well, I see myself victorious. Period.
And also, can I just ask this experience with MVP? Because right over there is Jake Paul, and yesterday I saw him having some words for you. And so what has this experience been like for you fighting for MVP? And what did you make of perhaps some of the disrespect he showed you yesterday?
Well, first of all, Jake Paul is not running MVP. So he's just a blah 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 guy. Nikki's run the business. He's a face of a god. So as far as he's blah blah
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Blah blah blah.
Because what he was doing was quite the stuff. But the experience was good. We had a good
Oh my God.
It was well being taken care of. My team, everybody, I didn't have to personally engage very much because they were going directly to my team and they were handling everything. So it was quite an easy process. Stressless.
John is perhaps contractually tied up. He is not. Do you want him next?
Come on, bro. I mean, I assume he's a boy now. He's a man now. Last time I saw him, he was a boy. So, I don't know. Maybe he has grown up by what I have seen. Basically, by what I have listening. So,
let me ask him. Jake, what'd you think? You said some words about him yesterday, but that was pretty impressive, no?
Yeah, no, as a fighter, we can fight. As his promoter, you know, I'm here to help him. I'm very impressed with Francis Ngannou tonight in his performance. LA showed up, showed out. What we're doing is making history here tonight. Francis is a part of that as a fighter. MVP is here to get fighters paid more, to give them another platform that gets more views than the UFC. That's exactly what we're doing. We're creating a new home. This is a moment in history.
That's
and so me and Francis can make it box one
Montel.
day. But tonight, as a promoter and helping him as a business partner, he came here, and I respect him for that. And he put on an incredible performance. So as a businessman, we're going to work together and continue to help grow MMA and help fighters. And on the boxing side, maybe we can fight one day.
Okay, fair enough. Inglewood showing you love, as always. Last thing for you, Francis. Let's make something crystal clear right here and now. Are you the best heavyweight in the world?
period. There's not a question to be asked. I'm the fucking best, period. I mean, do you have any argument for that? Bring it up.
I do not, and I think you proved that once again tonight. Inglewood, make some noise for the Predator, rousey, and Ngannou!
And you see him there in Ngannou, a huge favorite. Before tonight, he'd not fought in over 18 months. Certainly, you could not tell. Tyron, he looked great. He was to 19-3 in his career, including 13 knockouts, 10 of those in the first round, like we saw tonight.
He looked great. Philippe came out. He was durable. He was standing in there. He was trying not to get knocked out. Unfortunately, it was too much power. It was sheets, blankets, layers of power coming towards him. I want to talk about this fight so bad, but I'm not going to sit here and have Johnny Bones Jones to my left and not give him the opportunity to reply back to what Francis Ngannou said. He said he's the best heavyweight in the world, right? He said we can do this fight. It's on you. You got a business that can get it done. And what I'm going to say is there's a ticket to everything, right? Tell the Netflix board. Tell the geese them to pick up the tab when the suits come to make this fight happen. That way this fight can happen, and they can be in position to do so.
Yeah, you know what? I gotta focus on trying to get out of my UFC contract. Yeah. That's gonna be the difficult part. This fight's gonna happen. Put it outside out. We think it's doing this is I'm doing it. If we will probably if we
You want to respond? Francis Ngannou says he's the best heavyweight in the world. Do you agree? Francis says he's the best
heavyweight in the world.
That guy was afraid to engage with Francis. He definitely wasn't on the same kickboxing level as Francis. But I thought Francis was very impressive tonight. He's starting to throw kicks. He's doing really nice hot kicks tonight. And so I'm just excited to see what's next for him.
Well, what I was saying was, I don't know if you heard what I said, John, but I'm saying to have Nikisa and to have Netflix pick up the tab for the legal bill. There he goes on the cost.
I'm just watching the clip of Rampage Jackson, the new prophet.
Heard it here first. I didn't hear that.
If Rampage Jackson ever told us that he will make gun shows big. He was part of the oh, but talk about like as an active roster. Matching him, Coco, Monaco. Okay. Yeah, I'm alright.
The faces of UFC at the same time. What is it like watching her walk back into the cage tonight?
I'm mainly here to watch her fight tonight. I'm a fan of Ronda Rousey. I've always have been. Her and I were really close friends years ago, and I think it's just historic to have her back in the cage. I think she's gonna do amazing tonight. I think the moment she puts her hands on Gina, it's gonna be bad news for Gina. I just see this being a
John, when you look at the UFC champion,
I'm alright.
they're all in suits. There was a John with and then GSP. That picture kept changing. You stayed there. Is this Ronda Rousey era and Gina era? Is this something that had to happen? Is this a fight that you were really looking forward to seeing?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Gina Carano is the reason why Ronda got here today. I mean, she really paved the way for all of women's MMA. And she's a lot older. I think she's worked really hard to be back in this position. I know she's lost a lot of weight. And this is a that absolutely had to happen.
You're having a lot of fun, brother.
Back in 2024,
You got your league going, dirty boxing going.
he had a 15-month-old son. Really? Yeah, he died from a brain malfunction. From a brain malfunction.
I feel like things weren't to go so well. I was really pressure to get back in the cage, but things are going so well at the professional level that I really have no reason to fight anymore.
So the door is not closed though. You said I think. You said I think, not I know. Because we've got two fighters tonight, Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey, that also thought that they were retired John Bo Jones.
Yeah. Those girls also don't have arthritis. So, I mean, that'll slow you down. And it's crazy. I've been a high-level athlete my whole life, and I feel like God, it was just like time to slow it down. So now I'm using the love that I have in the MMA community to do other things. I'm coaching Gable Stevenson. I think he's going to be the greatest. He is going to be the greatest talent that we've ever seen. He's just absolute wonderful student. And
in honor of Ron, we get to say it, but she may not be meeting Gene, but she's vodka, Rousey.
Much more from the City of Angels Fight Night right here on Netflix and across the world continues after this as we get ready for Gina Carano and Ronda
No,
Rousey.
and for what? And for nothing. Let's go. Fuck you. You suck.
You guys did a TikTok?
Wait, what TikTok?
God.
I didn't see the TikTok. Oh, no.
I'm in Calabasas. You gotta live a little bit.
Getting our friend group back together, it's gonna be crazy.
That does give me anxiety when people in my circle are
This-
saying about me.
I don't know what he
Has
does,
been a
but he's
great,
supposed to go crazy for him. I think everyone should flirt. It's like
show
the
so
mind
far,
and the soul.
Michael.
I told myself, no more toxic men, but Calabasas said, plot twist.
I expected to. But again, that's
Roomba
because
presents
this is
everyone's
no
favorite.
offense,
With
but
deep edge corner
this is
mopping and
real
self-washing
work.
mop pad, messes don't stand a chance. So Buster
This
can
is
keep
real
making them.
This is all you?
With Roomba, dirt doesn't build up. Plus, with auto wash top, it even cleans itself.
Your little secret.
With 4 times more powerlifting suction, the kids get to eat on the couch. Roomba keeps floors cleaner than you ever could.
Deep down, you've always had something special. But you have to go when no one's watching. To see how special you really are.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
Step into Netflix house. A place to brave the upside down. Or embrace your inner outcast. A place to embark on an adventure. A place to play, shop, and eat. You've invited us into your house. Now, welcome to ours. Open in Dallas and Philly. Get your tickets today.
Welcome back.
Oh my God.
Inside the intimate dome here in Inglewood, California. No one in UFC
Oh
is
my God.
as that four finishes in under 35 seconds than Ronda Rousey, but her last fight was 3,424 days ago. And as the years passed, her life became less about ducking the spotlight.
Look at this. Purple Rain Sprite with Prince's picture on it.
Wow.
Holy shit.
First we had Real American Beer with Hulk Hogan. Now we have Prince's Sprite
It's hard to imagine Ronda Rousey living
presents
a quiet life.
Purple Rain. Purple Rain.
Ducks are dirty,
Wow.
but man, their eggs are so good.
But here, east of Los Angeles, the former champion has found just that.
This isn't all shit. A lot of it's dirt.
A sanctuary built on balance. Not much
I'm gonna
different
plug in
than
my
a dojo,
computer back in a
where
while.
as a young kid, the gentle art of judo came easy.
I remember the first day I did judo, I didn't have a hair tie. My hair was all crazy all over the place, and I was like trying to do it. I can't really say anything the other way, but I was like, yeah. You usually start judo when you're like 6. My first tournament was on my 11th birthday. 6 years later, I was the youngest person from any country at the Olympics in judo.
Rousey's meteoric rise in the sport culminated at the 2008 Summer Olympic Games in Beijing, where she won bronze, becoming the first American woman to earn an Olympic medal in judo. But the structured confines of the sport began to feel restrictive, and with the path to women's MMA now clear, thanks to Gina Carano, Rousey sensed an opportunity.
You peak in judo in your mid-20s. And I was already world Olympic medalist at 21, and maybe I just needed a break from judo. And so when I saw MMA becoming a thing, and I saw Gina Carano doing it, I was like, wait a minute. They just get to be on the ground for as long as they want. Like, no one stands them up. I know. I'm like, dude, I would fucking kill her. So that's one thing that drew me to MMA is how uninvolved the referees are. So like, give me a year and I'll make it work. So that's right on us. I have like a really unique style of judo. Gripping and all that and fighting for position is something that I was the best at in judo ever. I'm gonna do a regular before work. they try to get you up so quickly in judo. So I had to be transitioning into my submission already on the way to the ground, which is why my submissions are so fast. That's why it works so quickly. And it applies so well to MMA. You see my judo in my fight. MMA allowed me to like finally be free. It like unleashed me in the way that like judo was holding me back.
Intuit Dome. We're back inside the Intuit Dome as we get ready for two more fights here. Of course, Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey, also Nate Diaz and Mike Perry are on the way. Not on the way, already here with us, the founder of MVP, Jake Paul, is joining us. A historic night, and we've already had 3 straight first-round KOs. What do you make of what you've seen so far, Jake?
Yeah, MVP MMA is delivering. This is absolutely insane. I think God has blessed us with these amazing first-round finishes here tonight. Blessed to be here. Just so happy for the historic event that we're putting on and changing the sport of MMA. This is it. This is now. This is the moment. I get goosebumps just thinking about being able to help these fighters, giving them another place to go where there's just as much viewership and more money for these fighters. So the future is here, and I'm just blessed.
Okay, let me ask you a two-parter here if I can. Number one, do you feel like you have put the MMA world on notice with this event? And number two, I'll ask you the same question that I asked Akisa, which is it one and done, or are you 100% committed to keeping this thing going?
Yeah, I think the MMA world is on notice for sure. We have some of the best talent in the world fighting here tonight. Some viral finishes, obviously the biggest streaming platform in the world. You know, there's already rumors about the numbers being circulated online, and they're even better and bigger than what we expected. And that's how the MVP team and the MVP brand does it. Shout out to the fighters also for, you know, doing all the promotion, putting in the work. We all made this happen together as a team. And it's just amazing to be a part of it. And this is not the one and done thing that people might think it is. This is the start of something massive. Me and Nikisa are hungry. We're hungry for the fighters. We're hungry to make change. We're hungry to grow this sport and continue to evolve it and give the fighters more pay, the pay that they deserve, the moments that they deserve, and another home where they can become superstars. And that's what we're doing here tonight. So this is the start of something magical.
I do want to talk about our main event. We've got 2 co-main events, but I want to talk about Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey. We just saw the package there. I know that you said you were inspired by Ronda Rousey as a kid to take up judo because of her. So what does it feel like to be a part of this moment and returning her back to the cage for the first time in a decade?
It's definitely surreal. It's a pinch me moment. I'm here with Anderson Silva, John Jones, all of the MMA legends are in the building. I grew up watching these guys, and so to be able to work with them and help them, give them a platform, it's absolutely insane. And I think it just shows anything is possible with the power of manifestation and believing in yourself.
It's really amazing, and you put it very well. You know, earlier in the week, Jake, I do have to ask you about this because last week you did an interview and you said you're considering retirement because of the job. There are people in your life who are saying maybe it's mine. And then like a day later, you're on the screen saying Canelo 200 million. So I'm like, what's the real here? What are we doing?
So when we did our interview, it was before I went to the hospital to do the checkup on my jaw. 2 days later, I go to the hospital and my doctor says I can spar in 2 to 3 months and everything is healing perfectly. Okay. So that was the change in the narrative.
So now you're leaning back towards. Oh, you're back. Okay. I'm back again, Jack. Cleared.
I'm cleared. 2 to 3 months, I'm cleared to start sparring again. And so I'm going to do MMA. I'm going to do an MMA fight for sure.
Next up? Is that what you want to do?
Not next. Not next. Going back into boxing. We will see. There's a long list of opponents out there. But I'm just going to get slowly back into training and figure out when I'm going to make that return.
We've got 2 fighters that are pretty familiar with your boxing prowess tonight, that being Nate Diaz and Mike Perry, who are fighting next year. What did you learn about them as fighters after facing them in the ring?
Yeah. You know, Nate Diaz is extremely tough, durable. His cardio is on another level. He's a warrior. He loves this. He's having fun in there. And when a guy is relaxed, they're hard to beat. And he seems in the best shape of his life.
for this fight. He's locked in, he's dialed, he seems jolly. It's like almost a new birth of Nate Diaz. I've never seen him like this before. And I think when he's in a mode like this, he can be very dangerous. And Mike Perry, on the other hand, is one of the toughest guys in the world. Bare knuckle, throws absolute bombs, rockets. He does not stop. He's absolutely a zombie. He just keeps on coming forward. And so Nate Diaz, you know, as tough as he is, he might have a tougher opponent in Mike Perry. So I don't know if we're going to see a brawl or if Nate's going to try to take him to the ground and submit him.
I can't wait to see how it plays out. Obviously, there's no one watching. Don't worry about it. Just between us friends, who are you leaning towards?
You know, that's a great question, and I think I lean towards Nate Diaz.
Okay.
I think he has a better all-around MMA game. I think if it stays standing, then Mike Perry can stay in the fight for a while. But if I was Nate Diaz, I would want to take it to the ground and try to get into his jiu-jitsu skills.
There it is. We have the fan favorites coming up in just a minute as we say thank you so much, Jake Paul. Enjoy your cage side seat. It's nice. You've got like a whole domain where they come and they hug you and they greet you and kiss the ring a little bit. We love that for you.
It's a good life.
Yeah, it's a really good life to meet Jake Paul. We appreciate you. Of course, we are anticipating the return of Gina Carano as well. After 17 years away, she's walking back into the spotlight tonight with a chance to add another chapter to a legacy that helped change the sport forever. A true trailblazer, someone who's never taken the easy road and somehow still built history because of it.
Raised amidst the neon allure and tempting background of Las Vegas, Gina Carano instinctively sought the grit of an untamed path, a teenage rebellion against what would be considered an affluent upbringing, choosing the streets rather than stepping into a designed life of privilege.
I didn't ever think about having a future. You're supposed to go to law school, you're supposed to, go be a doctor, definitely going to college. I didn't like money being held up for my head, so that's when I met Kevin.
The second I laid my eyes on her, I was in love forever.
We're young and we're living a life that we lost a lot of friends to drugs, alcohol, and murder. It was not a good place to be. How badly can we destroy our lives? And that's the life we lived in Vegas. And then Kevin decided that he was going to stop drinking and start training Muay Thai.
At that time, there was no Muay Thai in America. It was non-existent. You couldn't even tell people you fought Muay Thai. They didn't know what it was.
I walked into the gym that he was training at, and this little Thai man came up to me, Master Chan, my first ever coach, and he said, "Oh, baby, you're fat. You need to lose weight." And I was like, yeah, okay. All right, let's start training. Once you start training and learning, it is so addicting. You fall in love with it. I lost 30 pounds, and I had my first fight 6 months later.
Success arrived early and often, with wins in her first 7 fights. And as the women's side of MMA began to catch on, Carano established herself as a trailblazer with a legacy as bright as the lights of Las Vegas.
All right, people, it is time to take a look at the betting markets for our co-main event with the Tale of the Bets, brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. And here, putting on his gambling hat to give us his perspective, is DraftKings MMA analyst, Kenny Gloria. Hey, Kenny.
I'm so excited to see this go down tonight. And I'm just saying it's going to be a good one. So every MMA fight ends one of 3 ways: by decision, submission, or knockout. Decision means the judges scored after all the rounds are over. A submission happens when a fighter forces attack or a stoppage on the ground. And a KO or TKO is a significant strike that ends the fight. So DraftKings prices each of these outcomes separately, so you're not just picking who wins, but how they win. And for me, the Diaz brothers, it's all about respect, and I don't think the odds makers are giving the Diaz brothers respect here. Yes, Mike Perry is very dangerous. He's definitely capable of winning by knockout here, but in 20 years, Nate Diaz has only been stopped twice, one of them by cut. So I actually like him as an underdog pick. I think there's a lot of value there on the legend, Nate Diaz.
Okay, we haven't seen Nate Diaz in an MMA ring for about 4 years, so maybe that's where you're getting a little bit of that as as well. All right, DraftKings Sportsbook is the official betting partner of Nate Diaz and Mike Perry. Right now, new DraftKings customers can bet $5, get $100 in bonus bets instantly by downloading the app and using promo code RING when you sign up. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Netflix is shining the spotlight on MMA, and they are not holding back. A stacked card, big names, moments you won't stop talking about. And DraftKings is your home for all the action. Bet the winner, the method of victory, or even which round it all goes down. When the fight takes over Netflix, don't just watch it, be part of it with DraftKings. And right now, new DraftKings customers can bet $5 and get $100 in bonus bets instantly. Just download the app and use the promo code when you sign up.
Since the dawn of time, man has been plagued by itch and irritation from not wiping fully clean because he was relying on the dry stuff to wipe. Yes. But what man didn't realize is that weather cleans better. Behold, wet extra large dude wipes. See how wet dude wipes completely clears while dry TP smears, leaving debris behind on the Uranus. Ditch the itch and switch to wet extra large dude wipes for less clean, hands down.
Total power doesn't just happen. You have to make it happen. And it begins with a network as powerful as you. With Total Wireless, you have the power with unlimited 5G wireless with no contract and no caps. Plus, get a Samsung Galaxy on us. When you have total power, there's no slowing you down. Switch to Total Wireless. That's a total power move.
The Burrows is not a last chapter. It's a new beginning. There are wonders in the Burrows. It's impossible.
Nothing's impossible anymore.
MMA's debut on Netflix has thus far been a knockout. 3 consecutive first-round KOs, and we've arrived to the people's main event. No filters, no apologies. Nate Diaz and Mike Perry treat violence like performance art, with blood as punctuation and chaos as conversation. Diaz looking to maximize a 5-inch reach advantage.
And we're here, we have Nick Diaz representing, of course, Nick Diaz Academy. A bunch of finishes there, 4 knockouts, 13 submissions, 11 KOs for his opponent, Mike Perry. This should be a fun one here, Paul.
Give us the 4-1-1 on the king of violence.
Yeah, they call him the king of violence for a reason. Obviously, has had a ton of success in bare knuckle fighting. 6-0. Only been submitted once. I think he's going to need that submission defense here, potentially against Nate Diaz.
He is still the reigning defending king of violence champion. He is the platinum one, Mike Perry.
After everything I've proven, king of violence, the bare knuckle fighting, I'm gonna hit Nate like he's never been hit before. I'm gonna be all over this motherfucker like white on rice. I'm a European man.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we arrive at our second main event of the evening. 5 rounds in the welterweight division. Introducing first to the cage, fighting out of the red corner, here is Mike Perry.
Mike Perry told us that survival shaped him long before fighting ever did. A childhood split between Michigan and Florida left him constantly battling to get along. A road that spiraled through drugs, probation trouble, and jail, until a job in the UFC gym changed everything.
What started as work became the rise of Platinum, one of combat sports' most volatile and unforgettable personalities.
This is boring. We want ronda. This is boring. We want ronda.
To the five-minute round format here, but he's been used to 2-minute rounds. So now it may not matter either way because he's so explosive and is going to look for the knockout here, but interested to see how he adapts.
Barry steps back into MMA for the first time in more than 5 years, rebuilt through bare knuckle warfare, and believing he is more complete than ever. Long known for his pressure, power, and pure chaos, Barry says this version is smarter. But against a guy like Nate Diaz, Barry knows the mission is simple. Bring the violence before Diaz finds his rhythm.
I think that's exactly what he needs to do. He understands the assignment. Can he get out the durable Nate Diaz early, though?
A father of two, looking to make a successful return to MMA. 11 of his 14 wins have come due to his punching power.
All right, let's take a look at the legend, Nate Diaz, founder of the BMF title. You can look that up if you don't know what BMF means. This is his 35th pro MMA fight, and with that level of experience and with that third-degree Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, this guy is going to be a problem if it goes into the later round.
Max motherfuckers do whatever the fuck they want.
Here's the real BMF. He is the one and only Nathan Diaz.
I think I'm better than everybody everywhere. The world out here to hunt down and fucking take over himself. That's my master and peace. You did not do the same thing. Take him out, kill, be killed.
And now, fighting out of the blue corner is the West Coast in the building for Nate Diaz.
Anticipation for the people's main event is higher than Nate Diaz on any day ending in Y. Fighting in mixed martial arts for the first time since 2022 when he submitted Tony Ferguson in round 4 with a guillotine choke at UFC 279. During his stint in the Ultimate Fighting Championship, Diaz won Fight of the Night honors 8 times. Getting his made a career on drowning opponents in deep water to face the pressure of a psychological warfare. And listen to this response. One of MMA's biggest anti-heroes, a cultivator, he and his brother Nick as authentic as they get.
Now his superpower has been durability and toughness, and he's used it to win so many fights over the years in a bunch of different combat sports venues, whether it's boxing or stand-up or whatever it is. This guy is the real deal, but I think he's at his best when he's doing mixed martial arts. And Nate Diaz is a legend for a reason. They absolutely love him here in Clark.
Against Conor McGregor at UFC 196, he absorbed the early precision. He extended the fight into deep water, forced McGregor to work at an exhausting pace, and then capitalized once the movement slowed. Panic started, and then all of a sudden it was a rear naked choke heard around the world. And even in defeat in the rematch, Diaz still managed to drag McGregor into a narrow, exhausting war, despite knockdowns and severe leg damage.
I tell you what, it's been a little bit since we've seen him in MMA, but this is the best I have seen him. He physically looks phenomenal.
He was born the day after marvelous Marvin Hagler and Thomas Hitman Hurts their thriller, which happened on April 15th, 1985. He shares his birthday with Gina Carano, who we will see in the main event. He also shares his birthday with Charles Brown, watching fight when it happens. Diaz against the king of violence, Mike Perry. Enough said.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're all set for our second main event of the evening, live around the world on Netflix. 5 rounds in the welterweight division. Our three judges scoring this bout at Kingside: Rafael Davis, Chris Lee, and Marcelo Borama. And our referee in charge for the bell rings is Mike Beltran. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 2 warriors, 1 fight. Who wants it more? Introduce you first. Fighting in the red corner, wearing the black trunks with great trim, he stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. He weighed in at 169.6 pounds. Tonight, he enters the cage with a professional MMA record of 14 wins versus 8 defeats, with 11 of those wins by knockout. Fighting out of Orlando, Florida, many fighters can be gold, but only one is platinum. Mike Perry. And now his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the red trunks with white trim. He stands 6 feet tall. He weighed in at 168.6 pounds. Tonight, he enters the hexagon with a professional MMA record of 22 wins versus 13 defeats, with 14 of those wins coming by way of submission with 4 knockouts. Fighting out of Stockton, California! Ladies and gentlemen, all rise for the king of the West Coast, Nate Diaz!
You need to pay attention to the chainsaw.
I'll jump in a little rules already. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch those down if you want. The sound of the bell come on out. Handle your business. Let's go.
From Stockton streets.
This sucks for that dude's beard. It has like 2 ponytails.
Mike Perry turned unpredictability into an art form. We're about to see
Kind of looks like a Viking
in punches. Scheduled for 5-minute rounds. Netflix first MMA event has delivered 3 consecutive first-round knockouts, and Perry immediately on the hunt, landing the right hand.
Oh, Perry.
Really look for it.
Look at the guy. Look at all my corners. Nate Diaz. Nate did a good job with clinching.
Close for Diaz. Come on, Diaz. Hurry this up.
Yeah, I like how calculated Nate is to try to make himself a little bit longer, increase that range. Of course, very well known for that jab. Needs to continue to pump that out. Nice elbow from Perry. Close range knee from Perry. Got the collar tie. Knee to the liver by Mike Perry. Another elbow from Perry. Diaz ducking. Perry's got his back. It's all Mike Perry early. Shades of ronda rousey by Diaz, but it's Perry in top position. You're in control. Beautiful throw there from Nate Diaz, but Mike Perry able to turn the table and take the back briefly.
And up kicks from Diaz. Perry looking to drop this heavy right hands. Ground and pound from Perry. And now it's Diaz looking for the submission.
Nate Diaz extremely dangerous even from the guard.
Looking for the submission. Danger on the ground when you're facing a Diaz brother.
Just switching into an inside heel hook potentially. Nate Diaz, one of the most prolific submission artists in mixed martial arts history.
12 of his 21 wins have come via submission.
He lost the knee line. Now he's able to potentially get on top. Nice scramble from Mike Perry.
Perry will say, come back up to where my domain is in the stand-up. The crowd is fuego. Just over 3 minutes left in the first. Perry comes forward, hands low. He is looking to replay, trying to find a way to work the jab, follow up with the left hand. Jab from Perry, body shot by Perry.
Mike Perry has slowed down significantly, as has Nate Diaz. Yep.
Straight to squat, more tired than the first go. 2:42 left in the first round, and then the pace. Oh, what a body shot by Perry. That hurt Diaz. Diaz trying to clinch.
Yeah, there was a strong knee upstairs as well from Mike Perry.
Midway point of the round, and Diaz showing early signs of fatigue, and he is feeling the power of Perry.
No question about it, those body shots aren't helping either. Another body shot from Mike Perry.
Perry attacking the body like his favorite candy, and he is lighting up Nate Diaz. Diaz fires the jab. Left hook lands for Perry. Another body shot by Perry. Diaz trying to stay standing. 2 minutes left in the round. Another left hand by Perry.
Yeah, this is where Mike Perry really needs to balance that aggression. Doesn't want to waste all of his energy here in round one. We know how strong Nate Diaz is later on in the round.
Perry showing no signs of cage corrosion. There's a jab from Diaz. Needs to follow up with the left.
Mike Perry needs to get off the center line there. He's needing a lot of jab. He needs to move that head and counter. The left-hander Diaz is pretty low here. Let's see if Perry takes advantage of it with an overhead right.
Diaz susceptible to cuts and little scar tissue around his eyes. There's a right hand by Perry.
And Mike Perry switching to southpaw here.
Nice message for the right. And Diaz on the toe to the left. There's blood around the right eye of Diaz, but no holding down. And Diaz coming forward, putting together the combination. A minute left to the post.
Now looks like Nate Diaz is recovered.
Punch combo punctuated by the right hook. Blood new on the face of Perry.
I'd like to see Nate Diaz start to attack the body of Mike Perry to slow him down.
Yeah, but Diaz's eyes is blooded. Bloody.
35 seconds left in the round. Toe to go. Diaz looking to set a trap, potentially backing himself into the bench. Crowd chanting Diaz.
Come on, Diaz, kick his ass.
Diaz putting together his combos.
Yeah, 100%. I like how Mike Perry is mixing up his strikes. He's throwing kicks. He's throwing knees and elbows as well. Nate Diaz has an opportunity here. Unable to do it. Nice reversal by Mike Perry.
Final toe and elbows from Mike Perry. Putting it on Nate Diaz in the final seconds of the first frame. The people's main event is delivering.
Since the dawn of time, man has been plagued by itch and irritation from not wiping fully clean because he was relying on the dry stuff. But what man didn't realize is that wetter cleans better. Behold, wet extra large dude wipes. See how wet dude wipes completely clears while dry TP smears, leaving debris behind on the Uranus. Ditch the itch and switch to wet extra large dude wipes for the best clean, hands down.
W is a personal care brand created by Jake Paul, built for young men who are putting in the work. W just released its new and improved deodorant now with more scent, more glide, more sweat protection. Get it on Amazon or at Walmart stores nationwide. W, because smelling good isn't just about hygiene, it's about confidence, and confidence helps you show up ready to win the day. Now that's a W. We are set for round two of this welterweight matchup between Nate Diaz and Mike Perry. A great opening round for Platinum Perry, but Diaz is never out of a fight, no matter how much it looks like that may be the case.
No, he isn't. Did a great job with improving from those body shots. Now staying busy with that lead hand.
Hanging jab by Diaz.
They probably saved Michael Buffer for the last match.
Turn the music back too.
Mike Perry could do so much damage in a short amount of time.
Let's go, DS. Let's go, DS.
Intense rivalry with Conor McGregor. Waiting perhaps a future rubber match there, but right now he's got his hands full with Mike Perry.
And Mike Perry continues to try to destroy the body of Nate Diaz.
He got a shot and lands a double jab, going for another one, just missed. Perry's hands are down, goes to the body with a right left hook upstairs. Oh, right hook by Diaz to the head.
Yeah, Diaz putting a little pop on those hooks now.
Knee up the middle with the collar tight. Oh, Perry just missing with the left hand.
Nate Diaz doing a good job looking his head there.
Oh, uppercut by Perry. Another combination that lands for Perry. Putting it on Nate Diaz. Oh, it's a struggle. Oh, nasty elbows here. Right hand. Mark Perry punishing Nate Diaz here in round 2. And yet Diaz standing his ground.
This is exactly what both fighters expected. They knew they were in for a war.
That's round 2. That's for the first time we're in round 2. And it's a bloody, brutal affair already.
Mike Perry showing fatigue here.
Oh, what do you expect when you have the original best?
Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. These guys are trying to kill each other here.
That's not protection.
One time Perry is pacing himself though. Anytime he lands his two combinations, he takes a little break.
Wait.
And now taking the back for Diaz. Kicking from the left right Perry. And fighting now as Diaz looks to break the grip. Perry looking for the rear naked choke. It's not there. And of course, the more we go, the more sweat will make it submission attempts.
And not to mention the blood as well, Mauro.
What adjustments does Diaz need to make here?
I think Nate Diaz needs to continue jabbing from that bladed stance. I don't like that he's backing up against the cage so much. I think he needs to keep this more in the center of the hexagon here.
He's been stopped twice. The doctor stoppage against Jorge Masvidal, and that head kicking punches exchanged by Josh Thompson. But Perry looking to stop Diaz here in round 2, a minute 45 left. Diaz, oh, vicious elbow from long distance by Perry. Diaz fishing for an armbar. Perry continues to deliver ground and pound.
It is so slippery. It's going to be really difficult to control the torso of Mike Perry on these arm lock attacks. Nate Diaz, an absolute warrior, trying to get his legs back in the game to defend himself.
I know, me too.
Just constant punching.
Hey, it's not falling asleep this time. Yeah.
Bouncing off the face
Well,
of Nate Diaz.
I started position that I had to reduce the weight. Ron's fighting.
Look at that cool blow on the back of Nate Diaz.
Oh my God, the back. Jesus Christ.
Being in Nate Diaz's guard for too long.
That's still horror movie shit. Don't make the person can do that.
But Mike Perry continues to slash away, and Diaz continues to punch back.
Yeah.
Incredible.
And I'm not sure he can see out of that right eye right now, Mauro.
You have to check his DNA. You really do.
He's an absolute beast.
And so is Perry. Body shot left. Oh, another left hook to the level by Perry.
These are two savages here.
Another body shot by Perry. It is bloody. It is brutal. But you know it's also beautiful.
Yeah, we've seen this so many times from Nate Diaz, and somehow he finds a way to get back into this fight. Mike Perry again pacing himself, trying to regroup and reset.
Hands are down, looking maybe to set aside with his reflexes. A sustained offensive onslaught from Mike Perry, and yet Nate continues to
What a need to end that round from Mike Perry. That hurt Nate. 100%.
Wait, is this over now? Yep. Thank God. That means it's coming to the next.
That Big Diaz needs a fucking ice bath right about now.
I know, right?
Diaz leaking like a political document, and they have stopped the another cut stoppage, just like a Detroit Masvidal. Mike Perry proves to be victorious, picks up his 12th knockout win.
He almost there. Came on top.
Well, the good part is that went quickly, so we're going to get to Ronda right now.
Congratulations, Nick. Yes, you almost had it right there, bro.
I think too many elbows, maybe the knees, one of the culprits of those bad cuts, but my goodness, it looks like he performed surgery on the head of Nick Diaz without using sutures. My goodness. Nasty, nasty cuts.
Mike Platinum Perry punished Nick Diaz, making him a bloody mess.
Bam.
The knee led to the finish. Mike Perry wins the people's main event.
Credit One Bank presents Cancelina. She's a credit reader. She loves canceling older credit cards when they're paid off. But what she doesn't know is that canceling them can decrease the length of her history and hurt her credit risk, both of which could lower her score. Don't be like Cancelina. Instead, learn how to avoid the wreckers at creditrecords.com. Credit One Bank for what's ahead.
You need to increase the female market share. Women just want to feel her. Right?
I think they want to be there.
Alex, I'm in the middle of my idea, but it's so good to have you in the room.
You want a coat?
Women are in charge.
What are you doing in my office?
What the hell am I?
That's my girl. He wants to sit at the big girls' table.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Here at the Intuit Dome in England, consecutive finish, and Mike Perry touched Nate Diaz with thunder throughout the fight.
Love the way he was mixing up strikes, balancing his aggression with patience, just nasty body shots. There's another. In close, he was landing elbow after elbow, was throwing knees upstairs. There's Nate Diaz landing a beautiful combination there.
But here comes the knee that came with an unsubscribe button for Mike Perry. The uppercuts, I mean, it was an onslaught, Kenny.
Yeah, but the fight really delivered. We knew these guys were going to be violent and aggressive. It's exactly what we got. How about that elbow?
The variety of strikes from Mike Perry, the placement, the delivery system, dynamite.
He's matured outside of the cage and matured inside as well. I think Mike Perry, for several years ago, probably would have got exhausted after round one. He was able to pace himself. He prepared. Looked phenomenal tonight.
More blood to the red wedding as the fight is waved off, and Mike Perry is victorious. Let's make it official now with Big Mo.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mike Beltran calls a stop to this contest at the end of the second round due to advisement of the blue corner, declaring your winner by TKO Platinum, Mike Perry!
Consecutive finish, that's how you say hello to MMA for the first time. Live on Netflix, Mike Perry, a successful return to MMA. He's getting by with Ariel.
Well, thank you very much. Here are the winner, Platinum Mike Perry. You know, Mike, leading up to this fight, you talked about how much the Diaz brothers meant to you. What does a victory over a Diaz brother mean to you?
Oh, man, I mean, look, I landed really good shots, and I was hitting. I was getting a little tired, but I think that's part of it. Like, we get tired every round. He's the toughest fucking guy out there. There's no quit in him. if he stumbles around, you know what I mean? He's got tricks up his sleeve. I can't just go in his guard and grab and pound, tie up my feet or throw an arm bar. He's super tough, man, but we got the job done tonight. I gotta be happy that I had success. The entire crowd was cheering for him so loud and booing me. And all I did was be respectful and try to bring some hype. But I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful for the opportunity that MVP and Netflix gave me. And I tried to bring it, you know, and blood was spilled.
It sure was. Obviously, they love him here. There's no doubt about that. And they're booing, and we understand that. Is any part of you a little disappointed that you couldn't win emphatically, that it was stopped between rounds?
I think it was pretty emphatic. I think it was fucking big power shots landing left and right. I slowly walked and paced across the ring. I didn't feel any counter shots. Only his jiu-jitsu was putting me in trouble at times, and I knew how to counter that. But, you know, it didn't get a complete stoppage in his book. If there's a rematch, or if Conor McGregor wants to put up or shut up, stop running his mouth. Jake's crazy calling out Francis Ngannou. I'm not calling out Ngannou, but I would MMA against Jake Paul.
Jake? I'll MMA this motherfucker.
Fuck yeah! Let's do it!
Already beat that ass in boxing.
It was a good fight. You did. You got me, bud. I'm more of an MMA fighter. You saw the shit I landed tonight. You wouldn't fucking like that shit either.
I love it, Mike. I love you, Mike. You're a warrior. This is your night. This is your moment, but we can run it.
Thank you, bro. It's great to be here.
Obviously, Mike, you've been fighting in BKFC for the last 5 or so years. Those are 2-minute rounds. Your last MMA fight, 2021, how was the cardio going out there for 5 minutes?
Well, I didn't get to see the championship rounds. I got it. Look, 5-minute round is a lot against me. Like, I'm making people quit in 4 minutes or less in bare knuckle. Fucking little gloves and elbows. 10 minutes of damage. It's a lot of fucking power and pain for people. I'm a lot to deal with. I'm a super aggressive guy. I train really hard, really explosively. And I landed some shots now. No one's tougher than that guy. That guy shouldn't have been taking those fucking shots, but he does. So I'm grateful to be successful tonight. My babies are watching. Ocean and Audie, I love you guys so much back home in Florida. I'll take a couple weeks and chill and then get right back in the gym.
Are you going to stick with MMA? We'd love to see. Okay, very nice. So you're going to stick with MMA, Mike, because it seems like you've got your mojo back here.
Yeah, man, I'm a badass, full-around fighter. Like, I'm the meanest guy in the clinch. Elbows, knees, a bloody game. I had some ground and pound. My coaches, my teammates at Fusion XL in Central Florida, man, we're the best crew in Florida. We're fucking constantly fighting between UFC and every other organization. And all we do is continue to show up to the gym and work.
Did want to give a word to Nate Diaz real quick. Nate, congrats on a valiant effort. This crowd showing you tons of love throughout the entire evening. Your reaction to the stoppage?
Yeah, he did everything I expected him to do. Come out hot and ready and aggressive forward. And I think I broke my finger on the first 2 seconds. I was spending too much time worrying about that instead of focus on the animal hand. But I'm going to come back and give his fucking ass. And I'm going to get his fucking ass. And then I'm going to get your ass.
Please don't. Please don't. I want none of that. So do you want him back?
I would like to get come on, motherfucker. Ain't nobody beat me twice. What's up?
Was he tougher than you thought he would be?
No, I knew he was tough. Good work, Mike.
Do you agree with the stoppage? The decision to stop the fight?
Yeah, I blood him out. I couldn't see Sean. They're going to get it, so it's all good. But I'll be here to that time, and next time he ain't going to be able to do nothing.
Okay, can't wait for that. Your response
like
to this.
either coming off
He wants to fight
it,
again. I mean, he didn't want to stop at the end of 2. He was ready to come out and try to tie me up in the 3rd and probably the 4th and 5th too. Anybody who wants to give him another chance, I'll be happy to oblige. I'm here to fight, no matter who, no matter when, no matter where. Let's do it.
An absolute classic Inglewood between these 2 warriors. Please give it up
for Nathan Diaz and your winner, Platinum Mike Perry.
And there it is, our first fight of the main card to actually make it out of the first round, and it ends after the second in favor of Mike Perry, a cut stoppage. It's the same exact way that Nate Diaz went out against Jorge Masvidal back in 2019. Perry throwing 30 more punches than Diaz did and landed almost 40 more, as we say officially hello on camera. Again to Ellen Duncan and Tyron Woodley. So you said earlier in the fight, this is playing out exactly how I thought that it would. Were you surprised at all with the result?
You know, this is my division. These are guys I may have fought. These are guys that I have to break down and watch. You know, I knew that Perry would go and hit to the body and do punches and bunches and really throw his combinations and strings. He would do well. I also knew that Nate would do well if he used a longer jab and keeping that vein and blade his shoulder clear. I said Kenny a bar. Mike Perry told me the night before the weigh-in, he said, hey, I already did all the hard training. My kids at home watching safe. I got real thing I focus on. And when a fighter comes to a weigh-in and say, this is my favorite part, you better believe it.
Yeah. Would you like to see Mike Perry stay in MMA? He's been doing very well in bare
MMA. Bare knuckle was missing a few kicks, missing some takedowns. Did you see the kick or takedown from Mike Perry? His mindset and his game plan, as he said.
Right, we've got the main event that is still coming up. They've been fantastic fights tonight. We're still waiting the return of Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano, but the two stars of Nemesis are in the building. Matthew Long and Alan Noel, no strangers to duking it out themselves. The new series from the creator of Power is now playing only on Netflix. Two pioneers, one cage, and after years of near myth and what ifs, Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano are finally about to meet. My friends, our main event is next. Stick around.
Okay, well, if it's next, then why are we? Oh, we're going backstage.
Since the dawn of time,
You're
man
not
has been
gonna
plagued
fall
by
asleep
itch
on
and
the
irritation
air, are
from
you?
not working fully clean because he was relying on the
Jesus,
dry
dude.
stuff to wipe.
Your eyes are starting to shut.
But what man didn't realize is that wetter
Why?
ain't better. Behold, wet extra large dude wipes.
It's just
See
that
how
they
wet
have
dude
a
wipes
lot of
completely
match.
clears while dry TP smears, leaving debris behind.
Like a lot of match car,
There it is.
basically.
Fix the edge.
You don't
Switch
know.
to wet extra large dude wipes. For less
And it's
clean.
almost midnight, anyways.
Like a
I
relentless
know,
pain,
but Rhonda hasn't
moderate to
fought
severe
yet.
Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms can keep coming back.
Break away to what's possible with Tripwire.
The only IL-23 blocker for Crohn's and UC to offer self-administration from the start.
Tripwire in 2 years.
Some have visible repair of their intestinal lining. Serious allergic and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get Tripwire.
Backed by over 15 years of clinical research. Ask your doctor about Tripwire today.
Welcome back to Papa John's. Stuffing this mozzarella to make our epic stuffed crust pizza.
Epic.
Hey, we're making you an epic stuffed crust pizza for $13.99. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. How can I help? Me? I'm here to tell you, switch to Gusto. Time tracking, schedule. I'll sync the payroll. I know. I know that you know. I know you know that I know. I know you know we know. Switch to smoother payroll. On the same page.
Greasy, U.S. Army Special Forces.
What brings you to Rio?
Work.
Let me just be very clear. You have no survivors.
We are back at the into the cage together. It's almost time for our main event.
No one is questioning their credentials.
Is now the face of women's MMA. One of a kind, Ronda Rousey.
No one is denying their strength, with legacies written and chapters closed. Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano have nothing left to prove, except, perhaps, to themselves.
It's about the respect. It's about closing out something that's always been lingering in the back of my head. Could I do that again?
For me, this is my own closure. So I'm not fighting for everybody else. This fight's for me.
They're doing this because, all these years later, the flame still burns inside.
Doing hard things makes you start to live again.
I'm going to be the most dangerous I've ever been.
The need to be tested. The hunger to be challenged. Blow by blow by blow. At stake, the ultimate privilege. Walking away with no questions left to answer. Not an ounce left to give.
There's nothing that it's going to keep that fight from getting in a fight.
It's going to be fast and furious with us. Second that bell rings, you know what's going on.
Gina Carano, original face of the first to headline a major Olympic medalist, UFC Hall of Famer, global superstar, who said there is a mutual respect between them, but don't get it twisted. They still want to give each other hell. And it's pretty fitting that we're out west, because it feels like there's pioneers everywhere, including at the desk with me right now, Captain Gano joins you now, former UFC title contender, who faced Ronda Rousey back in 2015. What do you remember about what it's like to be in the cage with Robbie?
I mean, she's very talented, she's very skilled, she's very confident, you know, and so, I also know I'm very talented, very skilled, very confident, and her coming in that power and her ability, everything here is a really intense time in this filled out arena.
Yeah.
Great time.
The atmosphere is intense. You know, listen, I know how I felt when I found out Ronda Rousey was returning to the cage for the first time in 10 years. You actually found out before even some of her family members.
Yes, about a year and a half ago, Ronda had reached out to me saying that she was looking for this fight. She wanted to put it together. She wanted a legacy legend fight with Gina Carano, and she hit me up to come help her train. And one of the rules was once I got up there, we were telling her mom that we were training for me. We were not telling her mom that she knew this was in the works. So it was funny because I left and she was like, hey, my mom just. You know, some people just don't know when to quit.
Interesting. Obviously, her mother knows now that she's returning. What was she working on in training?
Ronda was working on Ronda things. You know, she's closing the distance, getting the clinch, trying to do some damage before getting a solid takedown. Definitely working on making the transition from taking teeps, you know, head, getting out of the way of punches. So, you know, she was very diligent on making sure she was focusing on herself, but also working on being defensive of anything that could come her way out of Gina being a strong kickboxer.
Yeah, there was a lot of questions about should Ronda just keep zipping her career? Should she work on the things, some of her weaknesses in order to defend Gina Carano? What did you feel when you saw her?
I mean, I really believe that you need to work on what your opponent is good at too, because you never know what situation you're gonna need to get out of. You know, they have a good moment, you have a good moment. If you end up, you know, wobbled or whatever, like Ronda has experienced before, like you need to know that you're gonna get through it and what are your answers to that. You know, same where Gina, if she only focused on her hands in those moments, she wouldn't have answers for what happens if she does get to the ground, which with an Olympian like Ronda, you really should prepare for that and get ready for that.
I want to talk big picture for a second. As someone who has walked in these women's shoes, who knows what it is to be a pioneer, what does it mean to you to watch these two trailblazers from different eras finally meeting in the cage tonight?
It was really incredible. There was a point in my early career that I actually had a picture in my gym of Gina, and that was the goal. That was someone that I eventually wanted to fight. She was beautiful, she was tough, she was strong, she was winning, and I remember looking at her and being like, that's incredible. Like, that's goals right there. You know, she went into the movie career, and then Ronda came up, and I was very excited to get to fight and have competition against a pioneer like Ronda, but to see Gina back here and to see both of these incredible women that make such moves for this sport compete against each other, it's really surreal. Incredible experience.
It truly is. It's been 17 years for Gina. It's been 10 years for Ronda Rousey. That time has almost come to an end. We're about to see them. Thank you so much, Kat, for joining us to break down this historic matchup. But one more time before we get a cage side, we check in with Sydney Scholes. We're standing by with a special guest. Oh, we are Hexagon side now with WWE Icon. I'm going to call you, yes, Icon. CM Punk in the building. Best in the world. Only no fans of WWE can find us streaming on Netflix every week. I have to talk to you about your two legendary friends taking the Hexagon tonight. Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano. How do you see that playing out?
I would be remiss to not go with Ronda Rousey. I think she's going to do what she always did. She's going to march forward. She's going to clinch. She's going to throw. And she's going to armbar. My opinion.
I like that. You were right here an analyst.
A little bit, yeah. I've dabbled in some commentary here and there.
CM Punk, thank you so much. Have fun tonight. You want to say hi to your fans?
Oh, yeah. I want to say hi to my beautiful wife, April. Honey, I'll be home in, 20 minutes.
Timing. Some say he's a cult of personality. I dig him. How about Alicia Baumgartner in the building? One of the best fighters in the world. Dak Shepard. We see you. All the celebrities out here at Intuit Dome. I know Archie Huge, Nigeria in the building as well. WNBA analyst and superstar Carmen Electra. We see you, girl. You know, it's a Titanic event, so obviously James Cameron is in the building. A celebrity row is absolutely stacked. David Spade, we see you. I'm sure he's doing or thinking something quite funny and entertaining everyone around him. How about Tommy Lee? Rock and roll as they come. And finally, from the White House that you can see on Netflix, it's Michael Irvin. The Hall of Famer is in the building to witness history. We've had 4 incredible fights. We've got one more left to go as Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey are mere minutes away from joining us here in the cage. Again, you can see Michael Irvin on the White House, one of the many incredible podcasts on Netflix. Well, friends, it is time to go back and check in on the betting side for our main event with the tale of the bet brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. And here to break it down is a man with very many talents, DraftKings MMA analyst Kenny Florian.
Thanks. Now let's do this again. Now, as a reminder, there are only 3 ways a fight can end: by decision, by submission, or a knockout. And DraftKings has priced each of these outcomes separately, so you can take a shot at picking not only who wins the fight, but how the fight ends. So for this main event, it's crazy. Obviously, Gina Carano has been away from the game for 17 years. So I understand the odds here. That is difficult for any athlete to deal with, being away for 17 years. So how do you approach this fight? Ronda Rousey, obviously the clear favorite. How do you bring those odds down a little bit? Well, I think picking Ronda Rousey by submission, obviously it's like death, taxes, and Ronda Rousey by armbar. That's almost a guarantee. So
100%. Okay, you heard it here from Kenny Florian, DraftKings Sportsbook, the official betting partner of Rousey versus Carano right here on Netflix. And a reminder that right now, new DraftKings customers can bet $5, get $100 in bonus bets instantly. It's very easy. Pull out your phone, download the app, use promo code RING when you sign up. And a friendly reminder to all of you at home that DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Netflix is shining the spotlight on MMA, and they are not
See,
holding back.
this is why it's going so
Big
late.
names, moments you
This
won't
is
stop
why you're
talking
getting
about.
tired,
And
because
DraftKings
this
is
is
your
what's
home for all
taking
the
up so much time.
the winner, the method of victory, or even which round.
All this,
With DraftKings. Right now,
the show would have been over by 10.
100 bonus bets instantly. Just download the app and use the promo code when you sign up.
Credit One Bank presents Max Out. He's a credit wrecker. His eyes are bigger than his wallet. And his credit score pays the price. You see, Max doesn't know he should only use 30% or less of his credit limit, because using his full line can lower his score. Don't be like Max Out. Instead, learn how to avoid the wreckers at creditwreckers.com. Credit One Bank for what's ahead.
I want to give you the fight you've all been waiting for. I want you, Anthony Joshua, to fight me. With all due respect, you work for me. Let's dance.
Let's hurry this up.
This is my home. I'm gonna fight for it. Oh, every man, woman, or whatever that is. You may have the power, but you're too scared to use it.
Oh, you man, no, you're too young to remember He-Man.
I think I do remember watching He-Man. But I only watched it
We are back live on Netflix across 198 countries as we get ready for our main event. A fight that is lived in what if more is about to happen. What did Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey have in store after all these years? Well, we're about to find out as we head back inside one more time with Mauro and Ella.
No.
Women's MMA became big business.
Don't
Gina
have
Carano
King
made
side.
people believe, but then
You
came
need
Ronda
intro.
Rousey,
Let's get
a
on
force
with
that
it.
changed combat sports forever. But history rarely asks pioneers how much carrying history hurts. Tonight, Rousey and Carano return not to prove who they were, but discover who they still are.
Two superstars here. Rousey has a completely revamped camp here. Look at that submission and knockout ratio. All 12 of her wins by finish. Of course, Ronda Rousey very famous for that armbar.
Is this about money? No. Is this fight about fame? No. This is about the fight, about the respect. It's about closing out something that's always been lingering in the back of my head. Could I do that again? I feel like Ronda's been chasing me for a long time, and I want her to know what she's been chasing. Every time I think about this fight, I have a foolish hurt in my head.
Ladies and gentlemen, the wait is over. It is now time for the main event of the evening. 5 5-minute rounds in the featherweight division. Introducing first to the cage, fighting out of the red corner. Welcome back, Gina Carano.
Boom! Gina sucks. Gina sucks.
It has been 17 years since Gina Carano competed. She was part of the first female fight ever aired on major broadcast television when she defeated Julie Kelsey on Showtime in February 2007. Then in August 2009, she made history again in the first women's MMA fight to headline a major card, losing to Chris Cyborg in her last MMA.
Right, you know, you have to do a few things for you. That is Ronda's turn.
On Netflix.
Well, there's no question that she was the one who laid the foundation for the superstardom of Ronda Rousey. She was an amazing fighter back in the day, not only in MMA but in Muay Thai as well. Gotta watch out for her strike.
Toronto, her coach John Wood at Syndicate MMA says that Toronto's still naturally.
Jack's in the octagon, Gina.
Let's go, Gina.
You're wasting time.
Damn, Gina.
More efficiently, after years away from fighting, pain, and emotional exhaustion, Toronto says she rebuilt both body and mindset, returning alongside her husband.
Hurry up, Gina. Hurry up. Hurry up, Gina. Hurry up. There we go. Wow. I've seen little old ladies with prostate problems that move faster.
To the Olympic bronze medalist, to the former UFC women's bantamweight champion, to the former WWE champion, to the one and only Ronda Rousey.
This is not just the biggest women's fight of all time. This is the biggest MMA fight of all time on the biggest platform. The will be headlined by two women who dare to dream big. Bet your fucking ass this is the biggest MMA fight of all time, bar none. I'm not chasing greatness. Motherfucker, I am greatness. You bitches are chasing me.
If Travis isn't there, I'll rock and roll with you after the show.
And now, fighting out of the blue corner, making her way to the cage. Welcome home, Ronda Rousey.
Welcome back, Ronda. Welcome back, Ronda.
And she looks like she's fighting out of the ghetto when she walks down to that music.
Wow, now you're wide awake.
Patience and a deeper fight IQ, an evolved version of herself reconnecting with who she is as a martial artist. Rousey says this return is rooted in joy, healing, and finally fighting for reasons that come entirely from within rather than outside pressure. She says that for the first time in her career, her happiness was not entirely dependent on the result.
Yeah, and when Ronda was in her prime, she wasn't fighting, she was performing hard. She was that good. For me, the sign of a master is when they're dominating and making it look easy.
I know why they're giving her a hug, because she's kind of had time off of fighting.
Of course they're giving her a hug because they're saying welcome back.
A crossover superstar, both Rousey and Toronto have transcended the sport of MMA, but tonight it's not about fighting for anyone else except themselves. And by the way, when we asked Rousey whether she would break Toronto's arm if Toronto refused to tap, she said she would not hesitate to finish the submission, though she framed it casually and said she would also help her up afterward. With the main event introductions on this historic night, here once again is Big Mo.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your final.
Why are you sleeping now, dude? This is what we waited for.
I'm not sleeping.
Live on Netflix.
Oh, my toe itches.
For the debut of MVP MMA and the debut of MMA on Netflix, brought to you by Jake Paul and Nikisa Adarian's most valuable promotion. Our three judges scoring this bout at Cage Side: Michael Bell, Derek Cleary, and Felicia O. And our referee in charge
No one's
when the
watching
bell
this, you
rings
know.
is Big John McCarthy.
Actually, wait, I can take care of it. Never
For those of you watching around the world on Netflix, to those of you joining us here live in Los Angeles, are you ready to make history? Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks with tan and red trim. She stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. She weighed in at 141.4 pounds. Tonight, she re-enters the cage with a professional MMA record of 7 victories versus just 1 defeat with 1 submission and 3 knockouts. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, she was the first woman to headline a major MMA main event. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the trailblazer, the original face of women's MMA. Ladies and gentlemen, Gina Conviction Carrano.
Beat us up.
Standing across the cage, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the all black. She stands 5 feet 6 inches tall. She weighed in at 142 pounds even. Tonight, she re-enters the cage with a professional MMA record of 12 victories versus 2 defeats, with 9 submissions and 3 knockouts, with 8 wins coming in less than 1 minute. Fighting out of Venice, California. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Olympic bronze medalist, the UFC Hall of Famer, the former UFC champion of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, the record breaker, the icon, Rowdy Ronda.
Oh, dude, you're gonna damage your vocal cords. Fuck. Wow. I'm telling you, you guys gonna get a vocal hemorrhage. Okay, Ruff, we get it. Okay, ring bell. Enough instructions. Here we go. Yeah. Come on.
History again here tonight. Live in the first MMA event on the Netflix. Both of them looking to rewrite their combat sports coda. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's get it on. The first of the scheduled 5 rounds at 135 pounds.
It may be scheduled for 5, but it won't go that far.
Buck her up, Ronda. Buck her up.
Buck her up, Ronda. Buck her up. What the hell?
She just won. Ronda just won. Holy shit. Right here.
That's how good she is. She can end it in an instant. Rousey was
They might as well replay the whole fight.
and Maria, the first American world champion in judo, an emotional Rousey and Carrano embracing, but her mom literally would wake Rousey up every morning as a child by putting her in an armbar. Is it any surprise that it's become the most feared submission in MMA history? No question about it, one of the most bloody weapons I've ever seen. My goodness, just an absolute massacre. Women have always had to fight many for equal rights. And here now tonight, they are fighting for each other. Yes, it's great to have this millions watching on Netflix, but you can see what this meant to both of them. It was Ronda Rousey who saw Gina Carrano in an interview. Not looking at Gina Carrano with it. She was pre-diabetic. She was so overweight. But we told a remarkable story. How it was Rousey's offer that inspired Carrano to lose the weight and get back in shape.
Braun was so classy in defeat. Both these ladies are responsible for.
Yeah, look at the black big like their face getting red.
Both of these ladies, they set the table. They took it to the next level. They became superstars as a result, even outside the cage.
Chant, armbar, and yet another first round finish, and it was immediate, Kenny.
Yeah, and this time it was actually wrestling. How the level change, attack that double leg, drove through, was persistent with the ground and pound, immediately went to that right arm of Gina Carano.
Oh my God. Wow. They just replayed the whole